Hey, how's it going? Oh, I can't hear you. Let me figure this out. Okay, can you hear me now? What about now? Um, Let me jump out. I have to see if I can jump back in. Yeah, now I can hear you. Oh,
Okay, so can you hear me? Okay, yeah, 'cause this is I have a new phone. I have a flip that, so I didn't think about testing it until like 10 minutes ago. Like, gosh, shit.
That's okay.
Oh well, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, you know how Apple phones you can normally clone them, but this time because the hardware issue or software issue was transferring between phones. So I had to start from complete scratch, which I have not done with an Apple phone in over a decade. I didn't realize how fucking tedious it is. So
I
I
don't know
keep
shit
finding
about
new
Apple
things.
phones.
Hmm?
I don't know shit about Apple phones.
Oh, I've had Apple for.
No, I'm Android.
I am Apple all the way on phones. I don't know why. It's just because I've had an Apple computer and nah, I'm PC all the way. But with phones, I like Apple better.
Everybody's got preferences, even if they're
Nice.
wrong. My biggest complaint about Apple is all their shit's proprietary, so
Well, I only have a phone, and I've never had a problem with it.
well, they've also recently switched over to the same charger that everyone else uses previously.
Yeah, that's true.
My work phone is an Apple, while my regular phone is an Android. Switching back and forth between them, I'm like,
When I worked at FedEx, I had two iPhones and 3 Androids.
Yeah, no, that sounds familiar.
Yes, you're on the same team as I was, so you know.
I know exactly about that. And then when I switched over to the productivity tools, I turned all of those devices in.
Oh yeah, that was a great
like done.
I pretty much have one at my work, but it wasn't like a company thing. It's just how everybody ended up.
happened that way, basically.
Yeah.
Jen, how are you doing after Barrel? Are you all like
Fuck Barrel.
the apartment fridge stocked?
Fuck Barrel. I lost probably about $1,200.
Oh no.
With my fridge, my freezer, my car bumper, which it cost about $900 just a large chunk of it. And then had to go back and forth, no power for a week, lost. Well, my job ended up granted us a week pay, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is rare for a school. So, like,
I guess.
all right. Yeah, well, it's hard to get everything approved, budget, finance, like, it's not just a matter of, like, the CEO being like, no, we should pay our people. They have to, like, contact the government and be like, please give us a grant for this much money because we'd like to get people for this. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So it was super nice. They originally only gave us 3 days because that's what they got approval for, and then I just got 5, so that's cool. Because that was going to cost me
Okay.
a tech. But yeah, it's not terrible. It was just fuck Beryl.
Yeah.
And actually, it wasn't even fuck Centerpoint. That's what it is. Because
Yeah.
the hurricane wasn't that bad at all. It was like 6-7 hours, windy as fuck, and that's it. Trees everywhere, no big deal. But yeah, Center Pointless, fuck them, whatever. I have a lot of feelings about them.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable. You would think like with a city as big as Houston, that has hurricanes, that they would have their shit together, center point.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that'd
it's
be too
just
easy.
because it's been a long-standing structured problem for way too long. So everybody else and their grandmother saw this coming, but the people who have all the money were like, "Oh no, we don't know what happened. Fuck off."
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Eh. But either way, it is what it is. I'm fine. Cats are
That's
good.
all that matters.
Yeah. And I have spicy seaweed, so we good. We good. Oh wait, I forgot my cupcake.
So
No, we can't play without.
No.
Yeah. So here's a funny thing. My fiance went to like, I think it was like the gas station or like CVS the other night, just to like, I don't know, pick up like snacks and drink. And he was just like, "Well, do you have any requests?" And I was just like, "Well, I don't really want anything to drink. I'm happy with what I got." But you know what I've been craving? The Haribo twin snakes, the gummy candy. And he got me
Ooh,
this
I haven't
giant
had these.
bag that's like 2 pounds.
Nice.
It's huge. It's as big as my face. So I have
Sounds like a
those to
keeper.
snack on.
Wow. That
Meow, 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 meow. We're talking. It's a very important conversation. Oh, before I forget, I'm gonna go get her hammock because we're gonna try making sure she has a place to sit next to me while we're doing this. So
Okay.
I will be right back.
Okay. I got beer. I got cupcake. I got an oatmeal cookie. We good to go.
I got my wine. I just ate dinner, so I think I'll be okay for a little bit.
Yeah, I just ate 2, so I'm hoping I'm good on that end.
I got snacks. Oh, fuck it. I was gonna do wine too, but I don't know. I really wanted cider tonight, so
Okay.
random
And it
I
crazy.
like cider. Cider's good.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just saw like some pear cider at Aldi, but I was on a budget, so hopefully they have it next week because that does actually sound really good. I don't know.
That's very refreshing. Oof.
I can't remember the
Right?
brewery, but crackberry cider is really good.
Ooh, that
Oh,
sounds-
Austin Cider Company?
No, I think it might be Bishop.
Oh, is it Bishop?
I gotta double check.
I can never remember.
I've
Here,
tried a lot of the
Phoebe.
East Ciders one. I like those. Those are pretty good.
Good girl.
Yeah, crackberry is Bishop. It's delicious.
You're on the wrong side. Cat, look at... If you go to this side, you can see the hammock.
Well, you got something for the cat, so they're not going to use it.
Oops, the stars are on my face.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just thought the stars on your face was the look you were going for.
Nope.
I think it's an awesome look.
Yeah, but I don't want to go blind, so
Oh, fine.
yeah. I'm so picky.
Yeah, how dare you, right?
Right. Do it for the aesthetic.
Yes.
Let's see. Am I currently subbed?
I don't know.
Am I showing as a subscriber?
Uh,
Oh, it's my 7th month sub anniversary.
woo.
Sure, I'll share that.
I've been a sub for like 10 years. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna stop that right there.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to filter myself again. Okay.
No, you don't. You don't have to filter yourself for shit on here.
Yeah. But I got people that watch this, so like,
Oh, that's different.
yeah. All right, character sheet is up. Oh, I forgot we leveled last time.
Is the stream
Fuck
actually
yeah.
showing or no?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I see it.
Not for me. Hang on a second. Let me refresh.
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
It's
asking
really
because
lagging.
my stream chat
There
says
we
I'm
go.
not logged in.
Oh, the stream chat's not showing up, but everything else is.
Okay, because I need to kind of be logged in for it to work. Okay. Bear with me one moment.
Yeah, no problem. I love logging into my character sheet and refreshing my mind on all the cool stuff I have.
Right?
Okay. So
We got
yeah,
all
I
these
saw
mini
you
alcohol.
subscribe, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. Alright, that's a later problem, as long as this is working.
I can't remember where we left off.
Well, so it was a big thing, and I was actually going to read that out to y'all again.
Oh, okay,
nice.
because I don't remember.
So I can't
A
remember.
lot has.
I can't remember
You've had
who
some things.
opened the compact, but somebody opened the compact in Lucas's room. I think it might have been Clover, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Because I
And
think Clover was the one that was
Yes.
like lockpicking and searching.
yes, so I'll read to you now to start us off. Everything you saw is just a refresher. So you open the compact and look inside, and what you see isn't actually a reflective mirror. It's just a circular disc of emerald, and it looks flawless. And it's not reflecting your image, but as you look into it, you start seeing some moving figures inside of it. And as they take form, you can see clear as day into this scene. You see two men sitting on a pretty comfortable looking sofa with a big pit bull splayed out in front on top of them, and they're looking at this flashing illuminated box on the other side of the room. Then suddenly the image changes, and you're looking at sort of an older woman who's sitting in the driver's seat of some sort of vehicle, and she's listening to the smoothest jazz in a line of other vehicles in front of a building with a sign with a big burger on top of it. And they see another image. A young woman who's curled up in a bay window nook in a dark house. She's watching a heavy snowstorm outside, drinking tea, and she looks like she's tinkering with some sort of handheld device with these two glowing panels on it. Then you see another image of a seedy bar where this three-piece rock band is playing to a pretty small crowd, but everyone in the crowd is singing along to every word of their songs. Then you see another image of an old man who's asleep. He's wearing what appears to be earmuffs, and he's in a large metal tubular room with these rows of mostly full seats, and there's a loud whirring noise in this room. You see a bundled up woman hiking up a steep hill, and behind her, a brightly lit city skyline that's towering over this massive harbor full of boats. And the buildings in this skyline are taller than any you've ever seen before. And every 10 seconds or so, your perspective looking into this mirror just shifts, and it's showing you more and more scenes of this impossible world.
Clover's like just transfixed.
Yep. Same.
Pretty.
it's it's like scrying, but it's so. This is not normal scrying. This is not here.
It's like different perceptions.
Where?
Of reality.
Hmm.
Where'd we find it again?
In Lucas's room.
Yeah,
Lucas's
that's right.
room, yeah.
because we nosy.
That's right. Because no, we were looking for a thingy. What we
You were
looking...
trying to see if you could find the Philosopher's Stone in his bedroom.
Oh shit, that's right. The Harry Potter thingy. I forgot about that. Okay, sorry.
I thought that was the sorcerer's stone.
Whatever. Same thing.
Okay, I'll give that to you.
Okay. Sorry, it's been like 3
Okay.
weeks. So, what are we doing now? We got the cool compact, but we don't know what it does. Poke it? Can we poke it?
You could try.
I mean, I think we did an Arcana check before to know that it's magical. We can
Yeah, and
definitely poke at it more.
let's see.
Yeah, I think it was
I
declared
rolled
to
a
be transmutation magic.
Mm.
I had gotten a 24 on my Arcana last time, I believe.
Right. So I think I told you something along the lines of it's transmutation, but the nature of it is something unlike anything you've ever seen before, so you didn't have like a point of reference for what it was doing.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, we're holding on to this. This is cool.
I mean, who
You
would?
can have it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, and then as you were back in the
Yeah,
main
we
area,
put it in the bag.
I'm sorry.
No, I said we put it in the bag or put it in the bag.
Yes. And so yeah, you checked Lucas's room. You were standing in the main area, which was just Noelle's little lobby. I don't know if you remember meeting Noelle, the little southern robot lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was so cute.
Yeah, she's a hovering robot. She does a little bit of healing if need be. So you have a forked path in front of you. One that the door light is turned off, which is the way I'm leaning because there was no content created for this. That says Death Laser Calibration.
Huh.
The other one,
Cool.
the door you can get into, just says Hug Bears.
That's deceptive.
As you're all thinking,
Right?
you hear your Stone of Far speech. You hear Lucas. Hey, you guys aren't in my room right now, are you? I haven't checked in with you in a while.
No, of course not, bro. We would never do
Not
that.
in your room.
Alright, well, this isn't a Stone of Far sight, so I'm gonna have to trust you.
Very wise thing to trust.
Okay.
And as you're talking to Lucas and deciding on which of the obviously one door you could only go through you should take, you hear a sound. It just sounds like this loud, like a whoom. And as you turn to investigate the source of this sound, you see a rift in space, about 20 feet in front of you, close to the central pillar in the middle of the room. And from out of that rift, you see a little chunk of pink tourmaline. And it's illuminated from the inside with a white light.
I've seen this episode of My Hero Academia. We're supposed to
As soon as it pops through the rift, it falls to the ground. And as soon as it touches the ground, the room begins to transform. The crystal starts to spread out from where it touched the ground, and it climbs up the pillar, spreads all over the ceiling, and starts spreading all over the walls. And as that's happening, you begin to hear those same, what we'll say is, crinkle tinkles, as they were referred to previously.
Grab the robot. Someone grab her Noelle.
So
Yes.
Noelle is actually kind of panicked, and she's very cognizant of where she's floating, making sure not to touch anything. So she hovers a little bit. But she's making sure not to touch anything. And you hear those crinkle tinkles, and they're building and building. And they seem to be playing another melody. And as they build,
Whoa.
you hear that voice you heard back in the conservatory. And it sings another verse of the song. So I'm going to send you all the link to it, and I'll play it over the speakers for anyone watching.
Okay.
Cool.
Crinkle tinkle.
I hope this is audible enough for everybody listening.
I saw the universe far past the places we should see, but for my vision I was cursed, torn from my home and family, lost to my crystal kingdom.
everybody play through that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So I know the words are very hard to understand.
Yeah.
So what it says is, I saw beyond the universe, far past the places we should see. But for my vision, I was cursed, torn from my home and family, lost to my crystal kingdom.
That's beautiful.
That's depressing.
Beautiful,
It's kind of
sad,
both.
but
It's like some Wizard of Oz shit.
So as this is happening, the room's been crystallized, the central pillar and everything is, again, crystal, and the white light that's in it starts groaning. And these large cracks are
Uh-oh.
starting to form in it and making some really gnarly noises. And at this point, Noelle just looks to y'all and she's like, "Hey, can you not? We should get out of here."
yeah, let's go. Go. And
Silver kind of grabs Noelle to kind of guide her, to go.
So as you go through the first airlock, you're in this little forked path which leads to the two different rooms, the Death Laser Calibration and Hugbears. And as you cross this threshold, the pillar in the center of the room explodes, sending shards of crystal shrapnel. And as they're flying through the room at almost a breakneck speed, they stop right in front of the airlock, almost as if there's an invisible force field. But when they stop, you realize that they take a perfect shape of clover. You just see almost a crystal tabaxi in front of you.
Oh shit.
And as that happens, they just fall harmlessly to the ground.
Writing this down.
That seems ominous.
I know. Okay. Can I roll a check for that?
Sure, what kind of check you want to roll?
Yes.
Okay, can I do an Arcana check just to see if there's anything that I might know from it, or
Okay,
anything?
I'm gonna say do that with advantage, because as you're doing this, you see a little satellite dish on Noelle's head, like, spinning rapidly. So she's trying to suss it out, too, so she's gonna assist you.
No.
Alright, so you got a 17. And with that, while this isn't something you've specifically dealt with, Noelle lets you know that this is both divine and undead at the same time.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's an undead origin with a divine energy. And Noelle is absolutely not a big fan of that combination.
I'm not a big fan of that combination.
And as this is going on, you hear, sirs, could you hear me?
Hello?
And it's Angus over your Stone of Far speech.
Angus!
And you can actually hear him flipping through pages. He's been able to hear everything that's going on, but he hasn't been able to communicate outwards to you. And he's like, I'm going to keep digging into it. You guys just keep moving on and regroup with the rest of the team, but I think I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Let's go.
Angus, over and out.
Hugbears ahoy.
So you
Such a good gig.
You pop open the room labeled Hugbears, and you enter into a pretty curious scene. It's unlike any room you've been in Lucas's lab so far. It's a pretty cozy looking living room, and there's a lit fireplace and a mantle with some family photos on it. But this room's been turned over. So there's a couch that's been overturned in the middle of the room with some scratches on it. There's some smashed teacups and spilled tea on the ground. And there's a few potted plants that have been upended that are weirdly, like, writhing on the floor. So the plants are almost sentient. And right in the middle of the room, there's a giant hairy mass. And you can make out in the mass 4 bugbears of various shapes and fur colorings. And they're all asleep. And one of them actually has a really bad cut on his head. But they are sleeping soundly.
What's a bugbear?
Okay.
Do you remember Clark?
Oh yeah,
The guy
okay,
with the
okay.
T. Yeah, so
That's right.
same kind of beastie
They
as him.
don't, yeah, they don't really look like bears. They look like hairy, what, hobgoblins or
Yeah, I'd say a hairy hobgoblin is a good descriptor.
yeah.
Okay.
And
They're really big with really long arms.
you don't want to be on their bedside.
No, absolutely not.
And Noelle kind of leans into you guys, or I guess tilts because she's hovering. And she's like, I don't know what happened with them. Could y'all go check and make sure they're okay? They do a little bit of work around here, around the lab, and they're good folk. I'm just worried about them.
I'll check them.
So,
Or what are their names?
well, why don't you go introduce yourself?
How many
So,
spell slots do you have, Milo?
Let me double check real quick. Yeah, it looks like I'm only down one level 1 spell slot and one level 3 spell slot.
Excellent.
yeah.
So, like, I'm pretty good.
While I wouldn't recommend using it just yet, you do have that portable train car thing to get a full rest in.
Yeah,
One of you has
Yeah,
it.
that's
somebody has it.
I just thought of it. I didn't remember if we fought. I could have sworn we fought last time, but I think it was.
It was the robot who just did some damage to you from the flame jets on the outside of the wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And, as you're walking up to this mess, there's really one thing you know about hugbears, aside from Clark. And that's they are giant, super strong, and almost unswervingly violent. And they're just, furry balls of violence, hate, and bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yay!
bugbear with the cut on his head is the most grizzled of the bunch. And he's just kind of squirming in his sleep.
Okay, so
No.
I have an idea. What I'm considering doing is
Poke him with a stick. I'm just kidding.
no.
Yell really loud.
Zio, I love you, but you do not have good ideas in this particular case.
This is
I
not
love
a
you.
bees situation.
This is not a bee situation. This is a
Okay.
second level spell, calm emotions idea.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
Nilo is the brains.
And because like you said, all 3 or 4 of them are asleep.
Yes.
If I remember right, do sleeping creatures automatically fail the spell save, or
So
do they just have disadvantage?
in my understanding, and I could be wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
we're also playing very fast and loose with the rules as it is. Calm emotions typically works when something's raging.
Fair. Okay.
And these are sleeping.
Yeah. It's more just like I figured I'd go ahead and start it so this way it can like go ahead and suppress.
Have your hand in a finger gun aiming at it, ready to pull the trigger on calm emotions.
Exactly. Like if I need it, like I basically have it ready the second there's any sort of like violent reaction.
So I can poke them with a stick.
No. We are going to be nice and gentle. You let me do it because I am small and non-threatening. And I'm also probably the most heavily armored out of the 3 of us.
Weirdly,
That's
yes.
true.
Weirdly,
Okay.
yes, because I was miscalculating it all along.
Well, that's way less fun, but okay.
So, I'm actually going to can I go ahead and do like a medicine check first on the injured bugbear?
Oh, yeah.
So this way I can just see like if there could be more damage than just that, or I don't know, see how severe it is.
Yes.
Awesome.
So with the 17, you were getting really close to this wound and looking at it. And it doesn't look like it's super deep, so it's not going to be, it's not going to kill it or anything, but it's definitely uncomfortable. Looks, lengthwise, I'd say about the size of the head of an axe.
Ugh.
but it didn't penetrate deeply, so it was like more of a glancing blow.
Okay,
Okay.
so question number one: who is axing a bugbear in this scenario? Was that Lucas?
I doubt it.
Or was that
Who else is here?
our team? The other team.
Hmm.
I thought they were somewhere else.
I thought they were somewhere else too,
Well, they're
but
somewhere else in the facility. You don't know where they landed.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like very gently, just very kindly, just go like, "Hey, it looks like you have a cut on your head. Can I fix it? Are y'all okay?"
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna be the case.
So
Ooh.
with that, this bugbear, just one-handed because of its size, grabs you by the torso and stands you up and starts growling in your face. And as this is happening, another bugbear pops up, and you hear, Christy, stop! Christy, this is a different batch of folks. These aren't the ones that came through. These are different." And
Can I heal your wound? And I point to like my head.
Christy is just looking at you and she's like, "I don't care. I'm gonna start biting." And the one that was yelling at Christy is like, "Who are you guys? What are you doing here?"
Shoot the
We're
calm.
here to help.
Huh?
Shoot the calm spell.
Are you gonna
I'm
try
gonna
to
talk
talk it out,
first.
or are you gonna try to shoot the comm
I'm
spell?
gonna try. I'm gonna try talk it out first. I'm saving like the calm spell in my back pocket, but like I still have that like I'm gonna be ready. Um, so I'm gonna be like, hey, we're a team from the bureau. We're here to help. We're here to try to rescue
And
everybody here if we can.
as you're saying this, Noelle is just like, "Hey guys, these guys are cool, y'all. They're with us. You don't need to. Christy, you could set Nilo down. He's good people. He's good folk." And Christy
I'm a
kind of,
healer.
you see Christy almost like lower her shoulders a little bit and place you down. And sorry, I thought you were part of that little kerfuffle we got into before. We should introduce ourselves before. Introduce ourselves. And another one gets up and he's like, "Yeah, we're sort of the help here. Yes, we help around the place. My name is Aaron Styles. I help with Lucas's fashion. Uh, by the way, Lucas kind of named us based on tasks that we'd be doing."
Ah,
Another one gets up. "My name is John Cook. I do all the cooking and all the Johnin'." The bugbear that was telling Christy to calm down then speaks, and she's like, "Oh, hey, my name's Jamie Green, and I tend to the plants and stuff. I've got kind of a green thumb."
you're not gonna want to go back to the conservatory right now because everything kind of turned into crystal.
Then what?
Yeah, it's bad. It's very bad. It's like if you touch the crystal, you turn into crystal, and that's
Oh
not
my
good.
god.
And I am so sorry. But like I said, we are here to help. We
Okay.
want to make sure that y'all are safe.
Okay, thank you for that. And then standing before you, Nyla, is Christy. "And my name's Christy Kilgore. I'm sort of in charge of maintenance around here, but I couldn't think of like a clever last name for maintenance, so I just kept my bugbear name."
It's a good name.
"Thank you."
Can I fix your cut?
Certainly. Would you like some tea?"
You do tea?
"Yes, we do. Why are you so surprised?"
No, I'm a huge tea enthusiast. I actually make my own blend of chai.
Ooh.
We'll have to trade recipes.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, as far as I knew,
Well,
bugbears
what
liked
happened?
tea.
Yeah, what happened?
So this little dwarf guy came in and attacked us, and there was a lizard lady and some really tall lady, and next thing you know, after a bit of a scuffle, uh, one of them threw a smoke bomb, and we all went to Dreamy Town.
Dang.
I just kind of look over like slightly at Nilo and see like,
I'm trying to remember if that was the other team.
Yep.
If that comprised. Okay.
Yes, that's Carrie, Killian, and Boyland.
Gotcha.
Oh, I forgot. Okay,
Yes.
sorry, I forgot his name.
Yeah, he's a special one.
Well, I'm sorry that you were attacked. That sounds really stressful, and in your own room, like, oh, that's
Mhm.
awful. I'm sorry.
I think it
Yeah.
comes with the territory of being a bugbear.
Yeah. I'll admit it kind of does.
People see us, and outside of I'd say our little family here, there's no other civilized bugbears out there. They're all very aggressive.
Yeah. I I get that. If you'd like, I can go ahead and heal the wound on your
Oh yes, yes,
head.
please.
And I'm just going to cast a first level cure wounds.
Okay, you don't even need to roll for it. As you cast it, the wound just kind of starts to cinch itself up and everything. And Chrissy just gives you a nice nod of approval. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. I'm sorry I spooked you.
That's okay. We were asleep magically by some sort of smoke bomb.
Yeah. Well, let's try to get y'all evacuated but we gotta like work our way further in.
So as you're saying that, you hear understood in a far speech, Lucas. Hey, so I think you guys came across one of my less ethical experiments. These bugbears, they're great, and they have these inhibitor chips in their brains. I was trying to come up with a way to, have some people that would help me around the lab.
Yeah, and we're gonna make sure they get saved too.
So they don't have the same null suits you guys do. Their room, as long as the airlocks stay closed on both sides, is safe.
Okay.
I would leave them in there for the time being.
Do you swear on all that you find sacred and holy that is the case?
As far as I could tell, again, this whole explosion of crystal happened a little out of my control, but as far as I could tell, is it cannot cross airlocks.
Okay.
Oop, hold on. I'm being told
Well,
to up my vocal output.
yeah.
Is that better?
I mean, I think it's good.
Well, so you guys hear me different than people watching the stream do, because it's going through two different programs.
Oh yeah,
Fair.
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. Then what I'll go ahead and do is, after getting that information, I'm gonna be like, hey, you're right. I am so sorry, guys. Like Lucas said over the stone, we don't have enough null suits, which are gonna prevent you from getting transformed. But why don't we make sure that you're locked up in here with enough provisions, so this way, we can be able to come back and get you out.
Oh, we've got provisions. We're actually going to offer you guys anything. We give you a quick shave or some tea or a nice meal.
I think we're under a time crunch, so how's this? Let's trade tea recipes and tea later.
All right.
And y'all hang tight, okay?
All right, so they're good with that. Everybody's
We'll
good with
come
that.
back for you. Mm-hmm.
So, as you say your goodbyes to the Hugbears and leave the room, you pass through an airlock that's just like a straight tunnel. And on this one, there's the Hugbears cleaning supplies, and you just kind of pass through that. And on the other end, you see the fork, and the fork has two rooms. One of the rooms you can see is already partially crystallized. And even though you're on the outside of one of these rooms, you start to feel really cold. And there's a small vent outside of the lab in this room that somehow, like some of the snow from the storm is blowing in, and the snow itself is instantly crystallizing. So there's pink crystalline snow falling in this other room. And it looks kind of neat, like a little crystal confetti cannon. But unfortunately, right underneath the window, you see a crystalline figure. and it's pretty small, and it's wearing a null suit. Only the helmet is open to the null suit, and you see a dwarven figure with a cigar in his mouth. Anybody want to venture a guess?
Boyland?
Yes.
Yeah.
You recognize this crystallized figure as Boyland, the dwarf that came in with Carrie and Killian. So, there's a crystallized Boyland, his helmet's open, and he's got a pretty grim look on his face. And he's got a cigar in his mouth that he had when you guys first came through, and when you crashed into the laboratory, and he's sitting right under the window where the snow is coming in. So, you're in another white chamber with another airlock, and... where did I go? Shit. I hit a button and my text jumped.
Oh no.
So you see two rooms. One is labeled Gravity Augmentation Chamber, and the other one is Temperature Augmentation Chamber. However, the Temperature Chamber, you can see the door is actually a little more aged than the other one, and there's a thick layer of ice around it. Like, the door itself has been completely iced over.
Yeah.
And the crystallized Boylan is in
He was actually in the tunnel that you were in.
Oh, he's in
Oh.
Yeah, so as far as you could tell, the hole that is in the roof where the snow is falling in and crystallizing and Boyland is standing there is where the other team entered after they got blown away.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably doubled back, found the bugbears, and then when they were leaving, he probably stopped to light up a cigar, and that's when he got crystallized.
Got it.
But you cannot tell which way Carrie and Killian went.
I say we go through gravity.
And that door.
I'm sorry?
Agreed.
Oh. Go ahead.
I was going to suggest that we go through gravity because the other door is iced over. So we'd have to spend time de-icing it.
Yeah. And time is not on your side.
Nope.
Alright. So, as you open up the door to the gravity augmentation chamber, you see, well, it's a large spherical chamber, and it's pretty dark and dirty. Looks like nobody's been in here in a while, and things in the chamber are just floating around. Just a lot of floating trash. And it almost looks like Lucas has been kind of throwing his trash into this room, because there's even a refrigerator floating around for some fucking reason. And some microscopes, some industrial equipment, crates, barrels, but it's all just floating about without the effects of gravity on it. And Lucas comes over the Stone of Far speech. Yeah, so I'm not especially great about getting rid of my junk. Because, I might need it again someday. And also, I don't really know where to throw away industrial waste. So, that chamber, my mother, Maureen, worked on it as sort of a... because she was a master of anti-gravity technology, and it actually helped make our labs and your headquarters, which are able to float effortlessly throughout space. So, it's pretty cool and neat, but you just get through there, and you're getting really close to where I am.
Okay.
Any warnings?
Just gotta push some trash around.
Do we have to...
Okay.
Oh.
Y'all just be really careful about not letting any of this cut our null suits.
So, as you're floating through the room...
Swim through?
Yes, it's like fizzy lifting drink from Willy Wonka. It's the best way to describe this room. You don't need to burp to lower yourself or anything. You can more move vertically with freedom as well. But, if it wasn't for all the garbage, this would actually be one of the coolest things you've probably ever witnessed in your lifetime. And you start to hear something coming from a pretty big ball of rubble below you, towards the center of the room. And emerging out of that ball, you see 3 shapes. And they push themselves off the bottom of the spherical room and start to move up towards the 3 of you very slowly. And you can't really tell what they are. You haven't seen things like this before. They've got these pink, weirdly shiny, almost like a bubblegum skin. Jesus, there we go. And they have like these 8 padded feet and circular snouts with rows of sharp teeth all around them. And their padded feet, their 8 legs, are also ending in these wispy tendril fingers. They start floating in your general direction.
Let's not.
Are you guys almost through the room?
Not yet,
We're
but
getting
they're
there.
these weird creatures.
What weird creatures? What do they look like?
Pink?
Pink legs, sharp teeth.
Hey,
Let's go.
Wait.
Let's avoid these things. Let's go.
Why are you taking time to look through the microscope? Those things are microscopic.
They are not microscopic. They are big.
So, yeah, you gotta get the fuck out of there. Those are tardigrades. I guess the anti-gravity experiments have made them grow.
okay.
Great, let's go. Hustle.
I need all 3 of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it.
All right, so
Whoa.
Nilo and Clover. Well, let's just stop to point out that Zio rolled 2 nat 20s. But Nilo and Clover, you each failed, and all of a sudden, their mouths open, and this proboscis on a tendril flies out and grabs you. So, 2 of you are currently grappled. Zio, you're good.
Not good.
I guess I'm going to say before anything else happens, we should probably get some initiative in order.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oops. I had to mute it. Oops, my bad. Oh, it didn't click. There it goes.
Now I rolled it.
And a nat 20 for the roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's some good initiatives for you guys then.
Not for me.
You still beat the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Aren't I dead last?
Oh shit, you are. I'm bad at math. Ignore me. I just work at a bank.
Wow.
All right, so Clover, being your turn, the first thing you can do is, just as a free action to start your turn, you could roll a strength check to try to break out of the grapple.
Yeah, what is that like their
Yeah,
tongue?
that's-
I don't understand. So I'm picturing like little bubblegum bugs. Is that just
Have you ever seen what a tardigrade looks like?
Water bears. Is that the
Or a
water
water
bear?
bear?
Yeah, but like what are they grabbing them with?
So these are fantasy tardigrades. They've got like literally like a fucking, you know, like the sticky hands that they sell in those quarter machines.
Oh,
Picture
okay.
one of them whipping at you and just sticking to you.
Okay. Now I'm really glad I rolled a double nat 20. Fuck that. I don't want that. Okay. So.
Well, I think I failed. Unless they're
Actually,
really,
good news. You beat the check, which was a 14.
Yay.
So this one didn't get to draw you in. What they do is, as they hook you on their proboscis, they get to try to pull you closer, which will allow it for them to be able to bite you better.
Yeah.
And
So I am not.
you are free to kick about the room. We're gonna use the power of imaginations as to how this room is gonna look. You know, you could more or less say that there's this kind of trash here, and unless it's really weird, like a fucking gun, I'll allow it.
I want to use the arrowless bow.
Oh shit, the arrowless bow would be a nightmare in this room. I say do it.
I know. I'm gonna do it.
But yeah, so you can ranged attack them. You can try to kick off of like the refrigerator and move closer and try to get a stab in on one of them.
Well, how
This is
far
good.
away from me is the one that's grappling Nilo?
Say about 15 feet. And even though you're floating, your movement works about the same.
Okay.
It's like a space
Okay.
fight.
So, I still have an action, right? Because I got out of the grapple, or was that my action?
You know, it was free
I
action
can't
to do
remember.
that.
Okay. Oh yes, you did say it. Okay,
Yeah, I didn't want
so
people's turns to be
I'm
boring
gonna
and just grappling.
just trying to get out of the grapples the whole time. I'm gonna go over to where Nilo is being grappled, and I'm going to use my claws
Okay.
to attack the water bear.
Sounds good. I'll call that water bear A. A
All
14
right.
just misses.
Oh no.
Ah.
So, having never fought in a zero gravity situation, you don't have your normal footing. You don't know what's going on. You're just kind of like kicking and you're swinging as you just glide over the water bear.
Does it look like this?
Yes, yes, that is perfect.
You're welcome.
So, unfortunately, and your second paw missed too, because I'm counting it as both claws when you roll like this.
Yep.
So, I think that puts us
All
on
right.
Zio's turn.
Give
Yep.
me just a second. I'm grabbing a beer. I'm just a little slow. Okay, I'm coming.
You're good. Beer is important.
It is.
After I finish my current drink, I'm moving on to alcohol, so I'm with you.
I spent all day outside, so I'm mostly hydrating.
Yeah, I understand that.
I took
I don't
3
leave the
naps
house
today.
unless I have to.
Okay.
I watched Cobra Kai today.
I heard it was good.
If you've been keeping up with the series, it's really good. The thing that sucks is they broke it down to 3 parts. So 5 episodes now, 5 episodes in November, and then the final 5 episodes in 2025.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, gang.
But,
So I will not be watching that for a minute.
so you did an arrowless bow.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I could find a table of random junk, because I want something to make you roll and have it be a little fun.
Okay. Let's hope I get the fridge.
Wow, this is some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen, and I am loving it. So yes, roll a d100.
Yes.
I might take a little liberty with some of them because one of them has another monster, and I'm like, no, we can't have that.
Yeah.
55.
Alright, 55.
Let's see.
This is
A
the
pair
best
of perfectly fine boots, but they're obnoxiously lime green.
one. Yes.
And
I want those after.
Which one are you shooting at?
The one that's closest to me. I don't really know where I'm at in the gravity.
This is a lot of we're playing fast and loose. So you just want to shoot the one that's got Nyla?
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't have the damage for boots, so just roll normal damage. Oh god, and your permanent sneak attack. All right. So it's 17 damage.
With a pair of lime green boots.
Yeah.
All right, so this thing isn't like bleeding or anything. However, I'm gonna make it do just a straight d20 roll. If it rolls high, it remains grappled. If it rolls low, it lets go.
Okay.
And that hit was enough to knock it loose from holding on to Nyla.
Oh, thank God.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, you just whacked it in the tongue, in the proboscis, and it's like that's a little shriek and recoils it.
Okay.
And now it's the tardigrade's turn. So the one that was going after Nilo is going to try to spit on you, Zio.
Yeah.
Does that 14 hit?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So you actually see like its teeth its mouth opens up, and you watch this like bright green, looks like a weirdest loogie you've ever seen, just whip out and fly past you.
That is nasty, dude.
Yes. Then we'll say tardigrade number or letter B is going to try to proboscis Nilo again. Nilo's the smallest and looks tasty. Does a 16 hit you?
For once, no, because I've got my shield.
Holy shit! Excellent. So while the initial ones were dex checks because you guys were just unaware and everything, now it comes down to straight attack rolls. But hey, you're good. And number 3, just to keep things even, is going to try to proboscis Clover. 24.
Oh no.
I think that's yeah.
Okay, so now I need you to make a strength check. Or a saving throw, whatever.
Okay.
Check. Good enough. So yeah, it hits you with this tongue, and you just kind of wriggle your arms and like shake right out of it. However, it does hit with a little bit of force.
Force or bludgeoning?
Oh shit, that's a cat. I'm sorry.
It's bludgeoning, but it's 6 damage.
Okay.
Good joke, though. I like that. But yeah, so you take 6 damage from the giant sticky hand that whacks you.
Okay, got it.
All right, and with that, Nyla, you're up.
Okay. Like, there's a lot of things I can do.
Yes, there are. The trash is your oyster, or something like that.
I mean, so
This
all
kinda
right.
makes me
So,
wish we had a tabletop type setup because that would be so cool in this scenario.
oh my god, that'd be
That'd
really
be
cool.
so hard to
Right?
build,
Like,
but I would
I
love
would
it.
just get like a fishbowl and throw a bunch of junk in it.
I mean,
Shake
hey,
it a bit.
that could be really cool. All right. So here's my idea. What I would like to do is I'd like to move my full movement to like the next door and like not get grabbed by these tardigrades. And then I'm gonna turn around and zap them with something. I'm not sure what.
Okay, so let me see.
That is super vague.
Roll. I'm just gonna make you roll dexterity at a DC 12 to see if any of them take an opportunity attack as you're doing this.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to think of a way to suss out floating through a room past 3 enemies.
Yeah.
Acrobat?
Yeah, acrobats. I forgot there's actual skills. Let's do that.
All right. Well, let's hope my +1 in acrobatics will do something. Holy shit.
Your time training for the
Ooh.
X Games has paid off.
You know what? I've been taking some tips and tricks from these two, like, giants compared to me.
I figured it would be like, because you're an owl, you maybe took tips from an actual bird named Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I'm actually envisioning in
Ooh,
my
I like
head
that.
like one of those like like the space footage where they're like running around in the ISS build spaceship whatever, and you just this tiny little owl like rolling
On his perch, like spinning around, practicing aerials.
you know, like, or that meme where it's like
I want to find a way for Nilo to train in like ninjutsu, so as they're floating, they could use their talons to grab the perch and whack things with it.
oh my
I
god,
would love
amazing.
that. I would love that.
But all right,
I love how our little furry feathered friend is like slowly becoming OP as fuck. Like he's
Like, I mean, I have no problem with this, but like, I think Scott may have a problem with this.
we'll see. I'll reel things in if they get too broken.
Okay.
But so yeah, with relative
but-
ease, you just like you kick off of just a crate that was floating behind you, and you turn your body into like a little torpedo and get some aerodynamics and just whip past all the tardigrades as these proboscis are whipping past your head trying to grab you, and you make it safely to the other side of the room.
I'm just so little and round.
Exactly, you're fine. So the little part makes it harder to hit. You figure the round part would make it easier.
Yeah, but it's, I don't know. It works out.
They cancel each
like
other
a
out.
mix of from The Office parkour and then Matrix.
I love that. All right, yeah.
It's like the Michael
you know
Scott
what? It's
chaotic
that.
parkour.
It's a little bit of that because
And
like
smooth.
I've been watching. Yeah, because like I'm combining what I learned from Tony Hawk and like the bouncing around that my favorite tabaxi does. Clover. I'm just like,
Pounce.
might as well. Might as well.
I mean, it worked.
Leo's
Love it.
just doing a slow golf clap from where she's at. Like,
So I'm just gonna do a guiding bolt. I'm gonna just do a first level guiding bolt just to see like how these things react to that,
Okay.
and just to kind of keep it easy, I'm gonna aim for, you know, the tardigrade A.
Okay, the same one that's been getting hit.
Yeah.
And a 17 does in fact hit.
Nice.
Yay. And it's just a level 1.
That's a level 1?
Just a level 1.
Would you believe it if I told you this thing had exactly 21 HP left?
I would be thrilled
'Cause it
beyond
does.
belief.
So you, after doing this crazy stunt, you like close your eyes real squinty and focus, and you're like, "Look, you!" And you just throw this radiant bolt that whips through the air and hits the tardigrade, and you just watch it disintegrate into this brilliant, just radiant confetti.
I love it. Looks like stardust.
If the other two had the ability to make expressions, they would look concerned. And with that, we're on Clover's turn.
All right, cool. I just got a wine refill. All right, let's see. So we've got the two
There are
floating
two
around
left.
still around
Yeah.
here.
There's two more.
There are
You're
two.
surrounded by trash. so
Is
you
there?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna ask if they were far enough away where I can like grab my buddies and make a swim for it for the
To try to
exit.
get to the other side of the room, kind of where Nilo already is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Like,
say
see if I can.
I'll say a dexterity check to try to grab Zio, and then an acrobatics check to kick over to Nilo. Both are. Let's see. I'll say since Zio would probably be willing to be grabbed, I'll say a 12, and then because you're doing this now encumbered, a 14 for the acrobatics.
Okay. So dexterity check.
Easy peasy.
And you said acrobatics?
Acrobatics with a 14. Smooth. So you grab Zio, kick off of that refrigerator, and even as you're coming, you're getting really close to one of the tardigrades, but you've got such control over the situation, you like let go of her midair, and then grab her on the other side of the tardigrade, so you don't actually contact it.
Whee! Nice. 6 moves today.
You guys are all like crushing your moves now.
don't jinx it.
Well, we,
It only took a couple.
you know, we just need a minute to adjust, and then we're good.
And I'll say you still have an action, since, you know, Nala was able to cast after their move.
Okay. So I still have an action. How far is the door?
You guys kicked over to where the door is. That was my understanding.
Yeah, that's where I was
Yeah.
aiming for.
All right, cool. So, I think the rest of my action is just opening that door and getting through it with the friends.
All right, let me see where I'm at. Yeah, the door opens with no problem, and you can all just swing through and end the fight here.
Cool. I'm down for
Yes.
I only got to use the arrow
Go.
once.
Well, you could always use it. You just had a really good opportunity with the trash.
I know, because there was so much stuff in there.
Would you like me to put you back in the room?
I'm tempted, but okay, let's go.
Remember, time crunch.
I'll tell you what I did do. I saved that D100 trash table. So, not every area is going to be trashy, but I might, like, at a later time, take some suggestions from it and try to turn it down to, like, a D10 or a D20 table.
Fuck yeah.
You know, if you're in a forest, obviously you could pull the bow, and I'm going to make you just roll a D20. If it's high, it does something effective. If it's low, it's going to, like, throw your pouch of gold at the enemy. Because, that's half the fun of that weapon.
I know, that's why I love it so much. It's so chaotic.
All right, you've exited the zero gravity room. I'm assuming close the door on the other side so they can't get through.
Yes.
All right, so you make through, close the door, and you're in the main lobby of the lab, which is not crystallized. It is still in its normal labby form. And there's a bunch of different airlocks leading to a bunch of different chambers from the central hub. And you can see an airlock leading to the main entrance of the lab. And it's like this old school Doctor Who, like it's got one airlock and one of them is labeled to the main entrance. So it's, bigger on the inside kind of looking thing. Because every other chamber you've been in was much smaller than this. So yeah, there's one labeled to the main entrance, one that's actually shut down. Oh, that is the one that's shut down, sorry. And there's another airlock on the opposite side of the room that you can't really make out, and that's also powered down. And the airlock you just came from. There are 3 airlocks leading to the med bay, one to the main elevator, and one to a room called the Cosmoscope. And right next to you, the door you just exited from, is an airlock leading to the thermal regulation chamber, which also has a layer of ice. But as you enter into the room, you hear coming from that iced over door, banging, shouting, and chopping.
Oh. Our friends.
Okay.
Should probably...
All right. I guess we go over to investigate.
Yeah, we might need to let them out.
Okay. So, I'm assuming the 2 more physical forces are going to try to break down some of the ice?
Yes. Well, yes. And Nyla, do you have any heat cantrips or anything?
Oh yeah, I've got Firebolt.
As this happens, as you're all having this conversation, Nilo, inside your head, you hear a whisper. And you hear, Nilo, behind you. It's Selune. Look behind you.
I turn around because
Nilo, you have to trust me. You have to grab the crystal. Grab it with your hands before it touches the ground, and you can stop this room from getting crystallized. You could save your friends. Grab the crystal.
If
No
the
pressure.
guard is talking to me.
And as you grab the crystal with... Which hand?
Left.
As you grab the crystal in your left hand, the voice changes, and you hear, oh, well, this is going to be easier than I thought. And you hear a sound of a light bulb shattering as the crystal in your hand shatters and fractures into splinters. You feel a sharp pain in your hand that's replaced by a strange numbness. And as you open your hand, you realize you have a few little needles of crystal sticking out. And your hand's starting to change. It's starting to turn. Both your hand and your arm are just slowly becoming pink.
Dispel magic.
Does not work. So everything's going to be
my
happening
goodness.
in this moment in slow motion, so you're obviously not going to crystallize like that, but everybody kind of needs to think on their feet. You see it starting in Nilo's palm, working its way up.
Chop the arm off?
Yeah. Pretty much all we can do. I kind of stick my arm out.
Noelle grabs...
Definitely no, we're okay.
Noelle grabs some leather, puts in your mouth, and she's like, "You're gonna want to bite down on this, sweetie."
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna say since you're willing, there's no rolls needed. So, Zio.
We're doing this?
Yeah, I'm chopping the arm off.
All right. You take Nilo's arm off. I'd say right below the elbow.
Yeah, I want to save as much as possible.
Yeah. And that crystallized limb falls to the ground. And just as that happens, you hear ice shatter behind you. And it's Killian saying, "Oh, I'm so glad you guys, what the fuck?" And Lucas over the Stone of Far Speech. What just happened? You're close to the med bay. Bring him in. Did you cut his fucking arm off?
I did, because this little fucker touched the crystal.
Clover scoops Nilo up and is like running to the medical bay.
As you're doing that, Killian scoops both of you up and runs. And Killian says, "This has got to be the worst, shittiest day ever. We're down 2 people. Lucas, your fucking lab sucks." And she grabs Lucas by the throat. And while Lucas is up in the air, feet dangling, "You better put me down if you want me to help him." So
I really hate Lucas.
Killian puts Lucas down and he runs over, because you're in the med bay, thankfully.
Yeah.
And
And like I'm already like taking off my belt to like tourniquet.
oh no, sorry, I forgot to say, you are unconscious from the pain right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I was.
Sorry,
unconscious.
I glazed over that detail. But you're
I'm still yelling
good.
at you.
You're in medical
Theo's
care
over
right
here
now.
like, why would you touch the fucking crystal? Why would you fucking... Because, you know, Nilo is my little buddy. I'm pissed. So
Clover's just yelling
your arm off.
and hissing and panicking.
Noelle
Chaos,
is
like...
so Carrie's freaking out. Killian's trying to hold back on killing Lucas, and Noelle is helping Lucas rifle through cabinets to try to find something. And Lucas pulls out a syringe, just jams it into Nilo's arm, and it regrows. No, just kidding. The bleeding slows down a little bit, and it does enough to where you wake up and you come out of consciousness.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's numbing the wound, like you feel almost no pain at all right now. But you know, you're looking a little different.
Yeah, I'm looking a little lopsided.
You're missing a hand.
And Killian's in the corner using her Stone of Far speech, speaking to the director, just checking in, letting them know what's going on. And at this point, Lucas says, "What's been going on out there? What happened to you, Nilo?"
Okay.
A crystal touched the crystal. Nilo touched the crystal.
Somebody
I
a
was
little more
trying to-
coherent, please.
I was trying to grab it to prevent it from exploding all over the lobby.
Why would you think
and
it would do
hitting
that?
More targets.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Why did you think that it wouldn't explode if you grabbed it?
It's science. So you surround the thing that's gonna explode, and the shrapnel's not gonna go as everywhere. It's not gonna go as far. So if I could just contain it.
That's like thinking you can jump on a hand grenade and not have your back blown out.
I mean,
Clover like grabs
It was
Nilo
chaos.
and is like, "Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again."
Meanwhile, I'm just glaring at Lucas because this is all your fucking fault, you little shit.
yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, I did not summon the... Well, I guess I technically did transmutation.
Yeah. Don't even start.
Okay,
bro.
it
You
is
are on my death list.
indirectly my fault. Got it.
Still your fault, so you're still gonna.
He just
die.
holds up a finger in front of your face, and he's like, "I'm trying to save your friend. Be
And
mad
I'm
at me
still
later.
gonna kill you.
Plus
You
side,
could
I
try
could get-
all you want later."
Okay.
Plus side, I could get a really cool prosthetic.
So, it's funny you should say that. And
Oh.
Lucas walks over to Carrie and tells her, as quickly as possible, "I need you to go over to the Bugbears and tell Jamie Green to hand you these supplies to bring back to me as quickly as you can." And Carrie just darts out the room at blinding speed.
I
And
can't believe the one time I had to chop a guy's arm off is when I actually like.
So am I under any specific effect that is causing me to lose HP, or can
No.
I cast some healing magic to...
No, because you got the shot thingy.
yeah, the shot
That's
kind of leveled you out.
You're in stasis.
Cool.
And, all right, so let's see. Carrie's gone. Lucas is doing some work. The bleeding stopped, and he's got a big bandage around it, just, so you're not looking at a gnarled stump or anything.
Zio
Yeah.
is stuffing shit in her pockets because we're in a medical bay and there's supplies. So, God.
Lucas isn't paying attention.
Involved.
Actually, you know what? No. Lucas is going to make a fucking perception check. I don't have a sheet for him, so it's just going to be a straight D20. I need you to
Not
make a sleight of hand roll. Okay, he doesn't notice.
Yeah. I just want y'all to know, like, off the record, I do this in real life. Anyway, so, 'cause I'm paying for the ER. It's going in my pockets. But, like, I've got sheets, I've got pillowcases, I've got all
I
kinds of
think,
shit.
yeah, we all really
I have full sets of scrubs from Methodist. Like,
Well, and now you could get another set of scrubs from here. You know what? Add scrubs to your
yes!
inventory.
Yes!
So while you're rifling through everything, stealing it, Lucas is like, all right, I've got a plan. And you see him get a petri dish and he starts mixing some sort of fluid in it. And he looks to the rest of you. He's like, all right, we can't let Nyla leave here until we, make sure that his arm's back and make sure everything's good. And anyway, while we're waiting for what's her name again? And Killian looks in. Carrie. Yes. While we're waiting for Carrie, I guess I could let you know kind of what happened.
Yes, that would be really nice, especially since I lost an arm.
So, one night I was attacked by one of my robots. And I came up here to the med bay to treat my wound, and when I tried to leave, I found that crystal golem that you guys have already experienced once. And the monster itself isn't crystal, it's what's inhabiting the crystals. And it attacked me in a decontamination chamber. So I made my way back here to the med bay and flooded the room with anti-conjuration energy. Because obviously he's traveling between planes to move from spot to spot. So, I blocked it off. And I don't know how he got here. I know I was messing around with the stone, but I don't know what brought another being into existence.
Because the conservatory is completely overrun, as well as the Noel's lobby. The lobby to your quarters. That's also completely overrun.
Okay, that's not good to hear.
And then I think the team was having some trouble in the thermal regulation room.
Killian chimes in and
there.
she's like, yeah, shit's kind of frozen. Alright, well, guys, I'm sorry. I promise I'll get Nilo patched up, and I have an idea. And you know what? We're going to get through this. We're going to get to the lower levels. We'll stop the crystal from spreading, and mission accomplished. Then you guys will say, good work, Lucas. Thanks for the good teamwork.
Fucking doubt it, but okay.
I do not like your attitude.
I don't like you.
Man, you guys are so mean. I'm trying to better the world.
Here's the thing. You trying to better the world is not necessarily a terrible thing. It's how you're doing it.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, right?
There's breaking a few eggs, and then there's potentially letting loose a crystal transforming plague.
You can't save the world without letting loose a crystal transforming plague, right? It's an old saying.
It's selfish, narcissistic behavior, Lucas, and you're a jackass. That's all I'm saying.
Can I punch him?
Do it.
Wait, who's punching?
Bingo.
Me. Like, it's the tiniest little fist.
All right, yeah, you know what? Go for it.
Make sure you choose the right hand.
I do not think I'm trained in unarmed fighting.
So do a straight D20, maybe?
Yeah, just straight D20. I like the sound of that.
Okay, so you get so mad, you swing with your left.
Oh, no.
You're like, ah! And Lucas is like, okay, I understand you're mad. You're going to have a hand there soon. I have a plan. But
use your words and tell us what the plan is. Instead of just being cryptic.
I've been waiting for some ingredients to come here.
These
And
ingredients
are
aren't
those
like
on the
living
plan?
creatures.
That was
These
so many
ingredients aren't
people at
like
once. I
living
heard nothing.
creatures that you experimented on, right?
I'm sorry?
These ingredients aren't like living creatures that you've experimented on or done some unethical bullshit with, right?
What's your take on plants?
Ah,
Is that a gray area? Are you okay with that?
no, not really, but okay.
All right.
Nyla's gonna cry. If you make Nyla cry, I'm gonna kill you again.
All right. So, where did I go? All right. So, Nilo, right now, minus the missing arm, you're doing okay, and that's good because that means it didn't, spread any farther. The bleeding stopped.
Because I
And
chopped it off. Yay! No.
Lucas walks away to go back and check out his petri dish. He's removed a panel from the wall in the corner of the medbay, and he's got some sort of hastily constructed terminal where you see him rewiring stuff. And
Jesus.
you can hear like some ambient noises coming, like almost like sparks coming from it.
I have a concern.
Don't worry
What's
about it.
happening?
So things have kind of calmed down in the medbay. I'll say kind of. But you've gotten a chance to take in your surroundings. Well, everybody else. Zio has already gone through the surroundings.
Gotcha.
But there's some cabinets with medical equipment and medicines. There's some sort of scanning device, a null suit chamber, much like the one you guys had in the Bureau of Balance that, sprayed your suits down in the first place.
Oh, let me add some of that.
I'm sorry?
I was like, I'm gonna add that to my items. I'm just kidding.
The whole chamber?
Yeah, you're gonna need the pill suits for the bugbears. Are they big?
There's one suit, and it's Lucas-sized.
Well, how big is Lucas?
I don't know, 5'3"? That's not going to fit a bugbear.
Yeah.
Not bug.
And at this point, he stops messing with the panel and slams it shut and says, "Okay, I've rewired and shut down most of the rest of the lab. By my calculations, we now have an hour and a half to get downstairs and shut this thing down."
Well, you couldn't do that before?
I couldn't get to the medbay before. I was trapped underneath trying to get my way up to here.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you're welcome. And then he goes
gonna
back to
end.
the desk and starts messing around with the belt and petri dish that he was messing around with before. And Carrie comes back in the room and says, "Hey, I'm back. I got what you asked me to get from Jamie." And she's holding a potted plant with these 4 wooden shoots coming out of it. And this is what you actually saw. This is the plant that was writhing on the ground in the bugbear chamber.
So
He's
it's like,
okay, this is going to be great. And he takes the plant and removes it. And takes out of the pot, shakes off the dirt. And you can see the plant kind of protesting at first, like trying to slap his hand away as he's trying to grab it.
hey,
And he sticks the base of the plant in the petri dish that has this green viscous fluid in it. And he sprays it down with something. And he looks down at this wooden plant hanging off of a belt now. And he walks over to Nilo and says, "Here." And he gives Nilo a concoction that he made. "Drink this."
what the fuck? What is it? Like, what?
Just trust me. I know you have no reason to, but I am trying to give you an arm.
Okay, can I go ahead and roll insight just to make sure
Oh,
that
sure.
this isn't...
That's smart. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Zio's gonna pull out a travel alcohol bottle and drink it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm just seeing if I have anything that gives me advantage on insight. If I have anything that gives me bonuses.
Oh,
on
I think I have some glasses. Hold on just a second.
Are you all drinking this?
No, I was just
No,
gonna
no,
give
no,
it
no.
to her, but I don't know if they do percent. Hold on. let
Oh,
me
okay,
find
good,
out.
because I only made enough for
No,
one.
no, insight's something different than perception.
Oh,
Just
Yeah,
go ahead and roll it.
insight is when you're
I
being
wasn't sure.
specific. Okay,
Yeah, I didn't know
19
which
is
ones
damn
they
near
were.
perfect. And
Oh, they are perception. Okay.
what you could tell is you could literally tell that Lucas is giving you this because it is a necessary ingredient in the process of what he's doing with the plant.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go with it.
Thank you. I know.
Shoot up a quick prayer in my head to the gods that I give credit
know
to.
I've given you no reason to trust me, but I promise you, this is gonna be good.
I mean, I've already kicked it back.
Okay,
like
so
a shot.
it tastes like a
It's
carbonated wheatgrass shot. Does not taste good,
Ew.
but as you drink it, you see those 4 wooden chutes that are now hanging off of this belt contraption he made come to a standstill and wrap around each other, and they form what looks like a crude 4-fingered arm. And Lucas explains, so biology is not my specialty, but this is definitely going to work. This plant is called soulwood, and it's a psychically tuned plant that can resonate with certain people that resonate with them. And it can sort of change its biology based on the whims of other living creatures. And he takes his belt and wraps it around your shoulder, and then uses another fastener around your chest, and positions it. It's kind of like a... You ever see Army of Darkness?
Yep.
Oh my god.
So think of that. Except he's putting a wood arm that's just slightly longer than your natural arm.
You have a plant arm, a psychic plant arm.
And now you have this wooden arm, and you feel a psychic link to it. You feel a deep connection with this arm, made up of these 4 wooden chutes that are twisted around each other to form in the shape of an arm. In terms of mechanics, you have a permanent disadvantage on sleight of hand rolls.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that.
Yes, so your days of being a thief are behind you.
I never was planning on being one.
However, you can also now remove the hand and throw it and control it remotely, like psychically. So it's kind of like a wooden mage hand in a way, just doesn't use any spell slots. So you can have it open doors, grab things, slap someone from across the room.
Oh my god.
So yes, you have a removable psychically
That's
controlled
amazing.
arm.
That's amazing.
Kind of like Satan
So-
for the Addams Family.
Okay, so a psychic wooden mage hand.
Yes. Excuse me. So Lucas just looks at you now, and he's taking a moment to admire his own work because it's what he does. He's like, so we don't have a lot of time for you to get acclimated to your new arm, so you're gonna have to figure it out on the fly. But before we get out there, we need to recharge your null suits.
Yeah. Because I kind of probably want to make sure all of this is protected now.
Yeah.
No more grabbing crystals.
So Noelle's like,
I
oh, I'm sorry.
I was trying to do a good thing.
You were listening
No
to
more-
one of the moon gods.
Yeah, no more listening to strange voices in your head without consulting with us or rolling a perception.
I
check.
mean, a Twilight cleric hearing the voice of Selûne is pretty big.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I have not let anyone know that it was a voice that told me to.
Right, you're the only one that actually knows
Oh,
this.
okay.
I explained it
don't
away by science.
I'm
Yes,
just
you thought
thinking
you'd
you're
stop
crazy.
it from spreading.
I'm just thinking you're crazy.
Which means you also didn't let anybody know that the voice changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any way I could kind of like ruminate on that and try to figure out what was going on there?
I could promise you that there's no roll or setup for this to get figured out, but you will find out
That's
very
fair.
soon.
Okay, cool.
It's part of this story arc.
Sweet.
So Noelle is like, oh, that's right. And she pops open a little chest compartment and starts to spray you guys down with the null suit juice.
That sounds fun.
Do I basically get a replacement glove for my arm?
Tingly.
Yeah, they makeshift something and just spray it, and you're good. You know what? No, Noelle sprays your wood arm. And she's like, well, right as rain. So, you
I'll
gotta...
make sure to water it. Give it some
I don't
soil.
know if it needs to be
occasionally.
watered, but I do like that. Where was I? You make your way out of the med bay and through the decontamination chamber. That's a lot of syllables that I wasn't ready for. Back into the central hub. And the room's kind of a mess because a crystal golem started to form in here and fuck shit up. And you make your way into another door you saw earlier called the Cosmoscope. And as you pass through the airlock, you enter into what you assume to be a pretty large chamber, though it's pitch black, save for a pillar of light which is illuminating what looks like a circular disc that's free-floating in the middle of the room facing you. Lucas walks to the back of the room into the darkness. You see him get out a flashlight, and he's messing with some sort of lectern back there. And he's like, "This is the tale of the old sailor's mummy." No, just kidding. I'm about to get into some pretty heavy concepts, and I'm going to blow your whole mind and reshape the way you think about existence and stuff. So if it gets to be too much, or if you have any questions, please feel free to stop me, okay? And he starts flipping some switches on the lectern, and then says, "Oh boy, this is going to take forever. Let's take this slow. I bought us some extra time, so we're good. My whole life, I've been obsessed with the concepts of taxonomy and hierarchy. For everything that exists, there's always a bigger thing that contains it. And there's a bigger thing that contains that, and so on, repeated to just inconceivable degrees." And then he points to the disc in the middle of the room and says, "So this is my lab, and we could go way deeper, on a micro scale, to elementary particles and stuff like that. But for the lightweight version of the demonstration, let's start here, my lab." And he holds up 2 index fingers and does like the iPhone pinch and zoom. And he starts zooming out to what's underneath his lab, which is the Stillwater Sea. And he says, "So here it is, floating over the Stillwater Sea." And he zooms again. "And here's that sea in relation to the neighboring landmasses. And here's the whole continent of Faerun. And here's our whole world, albeit real. And just bear with me, we're going to go way further. Here's a local interstellar cloud, the local bubble, the local arm, the local galaxy." And as he's doing this, you see an entire galaxy spiraling. And it's beautiful. It's like nothing you've ever seen. And here's our local group and our local cluster. And so on and so forth. And until he stops and says, "This is the observable universe. This is everything we know, every place we've ever been, every person we've ever met, every place anyone's ever been is in here. But more importantly, so are the immutable rules that govern people, places, and things inside of the universe. Things like gravity, thermodynamics, and arcane interactions. All that stuff, all that matter and energy, and the rules that govern it, comprise this, our universe. You guys are just a handful of people who have seen the observable universe before. It's pretty cool, right?"
I mean, yeah, I kind of get that as a Twilight cleric. This is my jam.
So he flips a switch on the lectern, and the whole room lights up, and the disc in the middle that you were just looking at is made of some sort of dark bluish-green material in a perfect circle with some silvery trim around it, and the disc is levitating. But you realize, as the lights go up, the room is filled with these discs. And they're all...
Zio blinks awake. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry?
I said, and Zio blinks awake. The lights are up. Like, huh?
I like that. That you know what? That tracks.
Silver starts batting him.
You see Lucas like start smacking his forehead. I think Nilo's doing the same thing at this point.
I am not doing anything that they would get right off the bat. But like I'm doing a closing of my eyes and kind of like a furrowing of my brow. That's just like there's an internal pain. That has nothing to do with losing an arm.
So these discs are all arranged in an orbit around the central disc, and there's 10 other discs in the room, and they're all different colors. Bright reds and oranges, greens, blues, whites, and they're all displaying a wide array of scenes of impossible things. And you look into this red disc, and you see a world kind of like the world. It's made completely but it's made completely out of lava and fire. And in the blue disc, it's just a giant ocean. The whole world is water and ice. And you see a world where millions and millions of these living lights just float weightlessly through the air, and worlds where oceans of magical energy wash up on shores made of these brilliant white sands. This is our planar system. This disk that you see represents our whole observable universe. This is actually our plane. This is the prime material plane, and we are smack dab in the middle of the planar universe. And each of these different planes of existence that produce their own unique energies, they also share these energies, and they inform the material and physical makeup of each other. They have connections, some are more tenuous than others, but these make up the real existence, and each plane having its own sort of energies and rules. This is bigger than the universe. So, let's start with this. There's 6 building block planes, right? And he points to the discs that are on the outermost ring away from the prime material plane in the middle of the room and goes, so you've got fire, air, water, earth, and you've also got the planes of light and shadow.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
I was waiting for something. I was waiting for that or a Captain Planet joke.
I love you guys so much.
That was so well done. But
So
there's
much.
more. I'm going to run you through them. But if you actually look, and you see underneath the disc you were looking at first, when you were looking at your own universe, and you see another disc underneath it. This one is the ethereal plane. It's kind of like a filter, where the raw energies of the rest of the planes are filtered into the prime material plane. So it's not just like everything's on fire or drowning all the time. So anyway, that's the 7th, and then we got planes sort of inform the energies of life itself, like the plane of magic, where magic energy is born. And on the opposite of that, the plane of thought, which is the source of logic, reason, and emotion. And as you look through the plane of thought, which is a deep green emerald mirror, you see similar scenes to the things you saw in the compact. You see a large, wide gray road with a bunch of vehicles just sort of sitting stuck on it. And then the prime material plane, the ethereal plane, and you know those. And then the astral plane, which is where our unconscious forms, our souls retire when we die here in the prime material plane. And as he's talking about the astral plane, you realize he's talked about 12 different planes, but there's only 11 in the room. The astral plane, so let me explain. Crystals, certain types of gemstones, when grown into a perfect circle, not cut, but grown naturally into a perfect circle, resonate with different planes of existence, with the 12 planes that form our planar system, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody outside my family knows that. Well, and he looks at the 3 of you, until now. So anyway, my great-grandfather found a crystal just like that. It was a perfect emerald disc that had just grown like that naturally. And through that, he was able to see into a plane of thought. And using that, we have gained a little bit of inspiration for our inventions here in the prime material plane. Guess you could call it cheating, but nobody knows. So, my family, we've sort of led the Industrial Revolution in this world for generations because of that mirror. And because of that, my mother Maureen started to come up with this idea of how we could create other mirrors into other worlds. But it's really hard to do because, again, you cannot cut these gemstones. And at this point, you can actually see Killian's getting a little short-tempered. It says, can you please just, explain why you would use a grand relic to do all this stuff? Because these are cool and everything, but... And Lucas interrupts her. Okay, so... My mother was very, very much a botanist. She sort of helped until she passed away, unfortunately, into the astral plane. Because that's where you go. And I was working, I used the Philosopher's Stone to transmogrify pools of water into different mirrors. And it took me some experimenting. I had to figure out which gemstones corresponded with which plane. And I made so many gemstones. Holy shit, there was a lot. But I created these 12. And while I was working, and then he flicks a switch on the lectern, and the discs just start to rotate around the central one, like planets in orbit. I was trying to get their trajectories right, and I accidentally broke the astral mirror. So, I gotta grow a new one of those, right? And I very much doubt you're gonna let me keep playing with the Philosopher's Stone, are you?
Nyla just shakes their head.
Well, this is what I was working on. This is what I used the Philosopher's Stone for. Everything you see before you, to create this cosmoscope, which can see the whole planar system. And all of a sudden, time freezes. The orbit of the disc stopped. Killian, Carrie, and Noelle have just stopped moving. And from behind you, you hear a voice. And all you could hear is just almost distorted. What's bigger than this?
And does everyone hear that?
You three do.
Okay.
Okay.
Everything else has stopped moving. Like, Lucas is frozen. Killian, Carrie, and Noelle are frozen. The orbit stopped spinning in the room.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Quick question. Is this the same voice that Saloon's voice kind of transformed
No.
into?
No, this is different. This is a voice you've heard before.
Is it the red show?
Yes, you turn around, and you see a floating figure in a bright red robe.
Oh, this fucker. Okay. Okay.
Red robe, red robe. I have it written down. Red robe's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke
Yeah,
to
I
you
think we've
about...
talked to him before.
Yes. I spoke to you about the hunger of all things. I warned you about the hunger of all living things. And he motions to the different planes around you. This is the power it seeks. The power of creation itself. 1 billion lives have been devoured by this hunger in pursuit of its power. And he waves a hand, and there's a crate in the back of the room by the lectern. Sort of looks like a trash bin, and he motions towards it. It tips over, and some small gemstone discs crash out of it. And one of them is very dark, almost black. But you can still see flecks of red, green, and blue in this black disc. This disc begins to shake, and this horrifying black cloud emerges out of it and creeps towards the other discs floating in the room. And one by one, it consumes them. And as it does, you hear screams coming from each individual disc.
Oh, shit.
It's an absolutely terrifying scene, and it consumes the prime material plane, and you almost feel sick watching it because you understand what it would be doing if this was happening to your actual plane. And after it consumes all of them, the Red Robe snaps his fingers and the cloud disappears. And that vision just leaves you. And he says, "There is no more running. There is no escape. This world is life's last chance." You three are on... Nyla, where did you find that perch?
In the wave echo.
So
cave?
he starts to shudder, and a red electricity is crackling through him. Where? You found her? And as he shouts that, he bursts into flames and disappears. And the lights turn back on, and Lucas says, "Let's take 5. It's break time." Lucas doesn't say that. That was me.
The timing of that was fucking excellent.
Thank you. I was proud of that delivery.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, this is like the best Star Wars episode ever. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, take 5, 10, whatever y'all want to do.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you, shit's gonna start getting heavy from this point on.
I mean,
Okay.
But it was like when you're sucked into a show and then it just drops into the black screen and be like, "See you next week."
Yeah.
Distinctly felt like
Except
like,
luckily,
zoned in the stars.
we still get more moments today. Granted, depending on how we time, it might end on another cliffhanger. We'll find out.
I hope not.
Alright.
But alright, be back in a bit.
Oh, and we
I
gotta schedule the
Okay.
next one too, because I'm about to be fucked up because school year is starting.
I wasn't anticipating A, losing an arm, and B, just Nilo having like this moment of what they thought was an act of pure faith turned so bad. And
It's
maybe
got to
it was,
sting.
yeah. Well, and it's just like, wait a minute, it's like I need to find out who the voice was.
I think we're on it. We're all kind of like trying to figure out what the heck is happening. I am freezing right now. I don't know why. Ooh,
Well,
just gonna
get a
cuddle up in my
blanket or
quilt.
a sweater.
I know. I just got myself a baby. I almost filled up a whole well, it's about half a notebook with our notes from our campaign so far.
Oh my goodness. First of all, good job.
They come in handy. Sometimes I turn back like the red robes. I'm like, red robes are bad. I have it written down. But
And yet it's giving us all of these warnings.
now we're just gonna have to figure out if what we've been told is what's happening. Oh, I
Yeah.
have pretty new crystals. I bought so
Ooh.
many new crystals. Yes, I bought an orca agate and a malachite and a howlite and a shungite and a flower agate and a selenite. I have them all lined up in front of me right now.
That's awesome. I meant to go to a witch's market, but like especially this last weekend, um with like, you know, uh
Everything.
yeah, with like Justin's brother having a heart attack. We weren't really planning
Mhm.
on an out of town trip.
Well, it was definitely hot at the witches market. There's another one tomorrow night,
There
I'm back.
is
evening. Yeah,
What is there tomorrow night?
so it's not
a witch's
a
market.
witches market.
Oh, okay.
So
I
just
was
like
showing off
neat
all my new
crystals.
crystals.
And whenever I hear
Oh,
something start with the witches, I think the witches brew. Like that's the first thing that pops in my head.
That's pretty cool.
oh, the witches brew. I miss
Yeah,
that place.
yeah. That
Yeah,
was
that
a
was a great
regular
place.
spot of ours.
I know. I used to love going over there.
It was like a
But
little
Hofstra, it
golf
was by
coffee
Hofstra
house.
University.
Hmm?
They had at one point they had a thrift store upstairs that
Yes.
was pretty cool, but you could get and you could also like smoke inside, I think at one point. So we were like smoking
Oh damn.
cloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I know.
Their s'mores were amazing.
I was showing just Amherst and things online, like places I used to go back on the island, and that was one of them. And then I went to show her Jekyll and Hyde in New York City. That shut down.
Oh
It shut
no.
down?
Yeah.
It was an
Uh,
institution.
apparently, they started getting some real bad, like food safety marks and everything, and then the pandemic did them in.
I'll do
Ugh.
it.
Okay.
I
Did
just
you go
like
to the Bat Cave a lot?
no.
Downtime?
Wait,
No.
downtime sounds familiar.
Yeah, downtime. What was it? It was over by Penn Station, so you get off at Penn, and then you go to Batcave at downtime, and it was like multiple floors of like the top floor was more like kind of goth, and then you had more of the industrial stuff on like the middle floor, and the stage was there
Okay, yeah.
too.
I've
I think I've
Yeah.
been there.
I've been there once or twice.
Mm.
The majority of the times I took the time to travel into the city, though, was usually for a concert.
Wow. I don't remember the last concert I went to in the city so long ago.
Oh, in this, I was gonna say I know the last concert I went to, but in the city I don't remember that. Probably Manson, because I saw him like a dozen fucking times.
Manson, but I think one of mine was Nine Inch Nails, but then Manson came up on the stage.
That was Nine Inch
I
Nails in a
wasn't-
perfect circle at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I was at that show.
Yeah,
I would love to see a
yeah,
perfect.
at Madison Square,
Did we go together?
and that was the Fragile.
You're cutting out.
Sorry.
I'm currently saving up for the BTS 2025 return concert.
Oh, when they're
'Cause I
all done with their military service?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost like house payment. Like,
Yeah, oh, easily.
yeah, I'm saving up for that
Everyone's
'cause
gonna
I
want to
really-
go.
Yeah, like I really want to go.
Yeah, the last concert I did was Rammstein in San Antonio.
Awesome. I almost went to that, no lie, because my friend Joanna got tickets and like hit me up and was like, "You want to go?" And then I can't remember what came up, but like something came up work wise and I couldn't go.
I
like,
could tell
2
you,
days before.
I have seen them 3 times now, and they are my top 3 concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah, I've seen them once and it's in my top 2 because
Yeah.
my top 1 was Santana.
Okay.
Like that was an amazing concert. So that's number 1. Like I haven't had anything trump that one. But yeah, Rammstein was definitely number 2. That was amazing.
Yeah, they put on such a ridiculous show.
Yes, like amazing. But I've never been to a BTS concert live, but I've seen them and I'm like, it's gonna be on that level because like it's got the same show level, showmanship, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's if you're into that music. I have a weird eclectic.
Hey, you're fine.
sort of
Nobody's judging you.
music.
No.
Yeah, like, well, you can judge. I don't care. But no, yeah, like, I go to like heavy metal shows, and at the same time, I also go to K-pop shows. Like,
I mean,
have weird eclectic music.
the last show I went to was Disturbed. What was it? The Take Your Life tour. Back in February, and that was actually when I found out my dad was in the hospital.
Ooh.
So it was a really good time and a really bad time at the same time.
I will say,
think those
Disturbed
moments-
puts on a great show.
Oh, it is a fantastic show. There was also Falling in Reverse, and they played my favorite song of theirs, which actually I prefer the cover done by Halocene. Popular Monster.
Okay. Halcyon's
And
got a hell of
then-
a voice on her.
Oh, she's amazing. I love her. And then what was the other? I'm trying to remember what the third band was. I'm trying to find it. My like songs, because it's bound to be in my like songs. Problem is I have so many like songs.
I know there's a few shows coming up in the fall I want to go to, but I'm seeing if money is going to be on my side.
Fair.
Because Eminem is playing Circuit of the Americas,
Oh, that should be good.
and Rise Against is playing downtown in November.
I haven't listened to Rise Against in a while.
I
Oh,
fucking love them.
Godsmack's gonna be up in the Dallas area in October.
I have not seen them since like Ozfest 2000.
I want
I
to see them
haven't.
so
I haven't. I
bad.
don't think I've not Smith.
I haven't been to a concert in like
So Godsmack,
For
I
a
will
year.
tell you, is they are just album perfect live. Like they sound incredible.
I want to see them so bad.
I think the last one, oh yeah, the last one I went to was a rap one. But yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, I love going to hip hop shows. Like I see Watsky whenever he comes around.
Yeah. I love the energy.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really big on concerts, so I'm picky as fuck. Because I don't like people.
As
So the
I've-
show's gotta be
It's
worth
also
it.
too, the venue. Like The Cure was down here. What was it, last year or the year before? And they played the Moody Theater, and I was like, I can't do the Moody Theater because you're sitting there in these tiny, tiny, tiny little seats,
yeah.
and it's just miserable. You're right on top of everybody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I won't go to any concerts that are here in the Minute Maid or whatever, because the seats are so tiny and like the angle down, it just feels like you're gonna like, it's disorienting. It feels like you're gonna fall and like roll over. I can't. It ruins it. Like I can't enjoy the show because I feel like I'm gonna die at any second. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
I get that because I saw Disturbed and all that at the movie theater, and that was rough.
Yeah, it ruins it. Like, it's like, the venue matters.
Mm-hmm.
It does. So now anytime something's at the Moody Theater, I'm like, I can't do it.
Unless it's like a bucket list show or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is the only chance you're ever going to see this band in your life. You got to do it there.
Yeah.
That's true, maybe. But like I
Like,
saw
even
the
only
Cure at
because
Jones
of
Beach.
lines, just because it's so hot.
Was
like, it ruins
that
it.
on the Blood Roses tour?
I don't know if it was Blood Roses. It was Jones Beach.
Hush.
I can't remember who played
Because I was at
with
the Cure
them.
show at the Blood Roses tour. That's why I'm asking.
I just
Oh,
found it.
okay.
The third band, or the second band that was playing with Disturbed and Falling in Reverse was Plush.
I'm not familiar with them.
Chick rock band. They did this amazing cover of Barracuda,
Oh, nice.
and some of their original stuff is also really awesome. So definitely check it out. Specifically the song called Left Behind.
Okay.
Really good. I'll share a link in the Discord.
I'm always down for new music.
I'll just put it in the general
The last
chat.
hour we just spend talking about bands and concerts.
I was actually about to try to reel it in so we could get to a good stopping point at least tonight.
Yeah, there we go.
Right.
Sorry, I had my one song I wanted to
No, you're good. So, y'all remember what happened? The Cosmoscope, the red robe, and then he freaked out when he saw your perch and said you found her, and then vanished.
What is he talking about? Found who? Found... Like, I'm gonna do, like, an Arcana check on my perch.
Okay. But I'll say you're going to have to say that for later because this is all happening in real time and he just vanished.
Okay.
And as that happens, everything just starts moving again. He's gone. Nobody acted like they saw him or noticed anything. But Noelle says her little satellite dish starts glowing green. And she says, well, that's weird. I had my scanner on before from when I scanned the crystal monster, and what of you guys aren't a lich, are you?
No.
Not that I last checked. Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, it might be on the Blitz or the Fritz. I don't know, but it's picking up a lich in the room, or it was.
There.
Thank you for that shush. Killian would have had to like lay waste to the entire room. I don't know. Where is it? Oh, Lucas. Well, that's weird. Did one of you knock over my rubbish bin? Oh, that was Noelle's voice. Holy shit. I don't remember Lucas's voice, but anyway, did one of you knock over my rubbish bin? I had some things in here. There were some mirrors that didn't end up being anything. Did one of you come over and kick this?
I may have tripped over it. I don't know.
It wasn't me.
So, the mirror on the floor that was that black mirror that cloud came out of. You just from a distance, you could see these faint white moving shapes in it. Anybody want to do anything with that information?
I mean, I kind of... Oh, God, I want to do an Arcana check so bad.
I mean, you could.
I just don't want to be sus.
Well, at this point, you could tell Lucas you saw something moving in the mirror while it's on the floor. Like, you're not giving away anything that happened if you say what's happening now.
There were some white figures, I think, going on in that thing, and I point.
So Lucas picks it up, and he's holding it in place. And he doesn't see anything wrong with it. Like, he doesn't notice anything. However, while he's holding it up looking at it, you're seeing the other side of it. And these faint white shapes kind of stop moving. And you see very briefly hundreds of white eyes just open up and look at you from inside the mirror. And then they close quickly and disappear.
Oh, fuck no.
So
Yeah.
so this is made of let me see. This is black opal, which is inert. It doesn't resonate with any of the planes, but I guess if you want to keep it, you can hold on to it.
Oh, great.
He's trying to hand it to one of you when he wants to
Clover
take it.
take
All right.
Clover will take it. Stuff
Consider
it
that a
in her
souvenir
pocket.
from me to you.
Okay. I'm
Fact.
still gonna go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Okay. On
Like,
the black opal.
And the perch, right?
yes, I'm gonna do that one first, and then if I have enough time after that, I'm gonna do one on my perch.
I'll say, given the flow of events right now, you could do it on one item. Which one would you rather do it on first?
Your perch is really close to you. Like I would say, like if it would make you feel more comfortable because you use that all the time.
Yeah, and that
Like
seemed like the red robe was scared of it, so I think it's more
Yeah,
important.
I'm gonna
to
do it
know.
on the perch,
All right.
just cause.
Give it a
Yeah,
go.
we can always do the opal later.
Holy shit!
So
oh, nice.
you're
We're gonna get the war now.
you look at this perch and you've never really looked at it this way before, but you're seeing these engravings on it that are almost in a language that's completely unrecognizable to you. You could tell it says something, but it doesn't say anything from what you're able to discern. And just kind of getting a general vibe check from the perch while you can't tell the true nature of the magic. What you can tell is if you were looking at it with like a DBZ scanner, this thing's power level is over 9,000.
Whoa.
So whatever's going on with this perch is well out of your realm of knowledge, but it's a strong fucking thing.
Huh.
Like, do I get anything else out of that? Just like this thing is of overwhelming power.
I'd say since you did roll so high, you could tell that the perch itself, its nature, it was crafted by a wizard more powerful than any wizard you've ever encountered.
Oh shit.
Even like, oh, I'm trying to think of like Faerun specific wizards. I'm not.
Let's go general knowledge specific. Like this thing would make Gandalf shit his pants.
Holy shit! A freaking Maya.
Okay.
A Maya. Wow.
This is the real deal.
A little itty bitty cleric of no repute.
Found one of the strongest magical relics ever created. Yeah.
Bet.
And I use it as just a little flotation device.
Yeah, pretty much. And it has enhanced your powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you've learned Fireball through it.
Yeah, I did. Fireball and Firebolt.
Yes, but Fireball as a cleric is insane.
Yeah.
Outside of, like, a scroll. But, where was I? So what you do notice about the crystals in this room, all the ones that were kicked out of the bin, none of it's spreading. So it's not... Whatever magic created these crystals, it didn't kind of hit the same way that the one that created that pink tourmaline did. And...
Okay.
So... And, you know, rounding out everything he just told you, Luke is just like, well, that's what I've been up to, so, let's get a move on, because we're down to about 50 minutes, and, we should really get a scooting.
Yeah, let's get a scooting. Like, okay, so depending on how well Clover and Zio know Nilo, yeah, Nilo shook. Like, not saying anything, but
So, Nilo, you notice something.
oh
A rift opens up in space,
no.
and you see that white fire come out of it and loose pieces of crystal shard. Because you're back in the main room, start to reform.
Rift.
And even inside of this crystal body, you see your arm suspended inside one of the crystals. Your original arm.
Oh God.
And they come together and form a crystal golem. At this point, everybody is fucking aware.
Shit. But like I'm doing the pointing and yelling and
Yes. And this one, it looks different than the last one. It's way more slender than the other one that you've encountered. It looks weirdly, I guess, bony. Almost like a crystal skeleton with these much long, sharp-looking appendages. And this menacing apparition comes and stands over all of you. And as you're about to do something, you see Lucas going down an elevator shaft in the middle of the room and says, I'm sorry. And he presses a button, and all of you need to make Constitution saving throws.
you asshole.
No, I did not do well. Nilo, you and I, man.
Yeah.
You're, you are all, for lack of a better term, paralyzed. And Lucas goes down and says, I didn't summon this, but I need to get away. Bye. And
This little
What a
bitch.
dick.
as this is standing in front of you, you hear that same Cockney accent. Well, this is hardly fair, is it? This could be a lot easier than I thought. Nilo, you're the only one who knows this voice right now.
But we can all hear it now?
Yes, because, well,
Okay.
Nilo before heard it in their head just to grab the crystal. This is now the golem speaking to you. And so this crystal golem's looking around through some sort, like it pulls a book made out of light, out of thin air. And it's looking through it, flipping through it. And it looks at Carrie and Killian and goes, nope. And he moves away from it. And as he's moving away from them, says, looks like you two aren't on the naughty list. And looks at the three of you. And he's like, well, one-way trip back to the astral plane. And then he looks at Noelle and says, oh, hold on. Book reappears. He flips through it. He's like, right. Let's make that 4 of you.
It's okay.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. Everybody, roll initiative. Oh, actually, wait, let me clear the original initiative.
Okay. Tavern Tat is throwing a fit. I apologize if you hear meows across the microphone.
Well, shit, I made one for everybody except for him. Alright, I'm gonna give him the Raven's initiative stat, and then I'll do his rolls off of that.
Hey, BB. Hi, BB. Hop up in your hammock. In your hammock.
Yeah, I've got dinner crawling across me, so I have a tail on my face.
Cavern Tat's like right over here.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but yeah, dinner's up in my face. Okay. All right, we got a croissant roll. We're good. He's sitting down. We're good.
Excellent.
He's
Alright,
a good baby. You're a
getting
good
myself sorted real quick. Sorry, one more second. One of my pages closed.
Oh no.
You're good.
Oh. All right.
Tavern Tat.
Yes. Can you purr on the mic? No? No purring on the mic?
Nope.
She's
Let's
purring
see if I-
very softly. It's a very private purr.
Not ready to share.
No, she's not ready for her singing debut. There's my girl. Is okay. Her.
Okay, so I also do have
Oh, there
Killian
you go.
on the initiative, and it's Killian, Carrie, and Noelle all for that one.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Noelle was
Okay.
not paralyzed, being a robot. So let's see. How low did you all roll on your
I failed
paralysis?
horribly.
Yeah, I
Seven,
think I
six.
did.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah, you all did real shitty.
We did not do well.
So yeah, it's just gonna go through the three of your turns real quick. Because not much you could do at that point.
Can we roll, make another save attempt?
No, you have to be broken out of the paralysis.
Oh, gotcha.
And so now, it is the Crystal Golem's turn. And you watch, and you see him smack his shoulder. And a shard piece just floats off of it in front of him, kind of between the three of you. And that's the end of his turn.
Okay.
So Killian and Carrie are paralyzed. However, Noelle is not. And Noelle's little hatch on the front flies open, and she hovers over to the three of you, ignoring Killian and Carrie for now. And she's gonna do a straight D20 check at a DC of 13. If she succeeds, the three of you are no longer paralyzed. If she fails, the next turn is gonna be really rough.
Okay.
The three of you are no longer paralyzed.
Oh, thank
So her little hatch opens, and you see just like a mist come out. She's like, "Hold on, y'all, I got this." And she doesn't have an expressive face as a robot, but it looks as if she's really concentrating really hard, to the best of what you can tell. And the three of you are on your next turn. You're able to get to your feet, so your movement speed is halved, but everything else you need to do is normal.
Okay.
And Nilo, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do this while cradling a very needy baby.
Okay.
You know what? I rarely pull out the really big level spells, but I want to cast banishment on this horrible person in front of us.
All right.
The I don't even know what to call him. Cockney dude. Crystal dude.
He's a crystal golem.
Yeah. Just banishment. Gone. So, let's do this.
Yeah, let's suss this out. How does this work?
I am cast. I just sent it in the chat. All right, and my spell save DC is a 16. It is a charisma saving throw. All right, little girl, go to your hammock.
Nat 20.
Shit. Shit.
What are the fucking odds?
The gods have smiled upon the DM who's not gonna have a boss fight cheesed.
Oh, fuck.
You have any bonus actions to throw around, or?
How are we all on health? Did I actually even lose health earlier?
DM fucked up, so no.
Oh. Okay.
I was too busy on the theatrics of you losing an arm and how quickly Zio jumped in back. I'll cut it off.
I mean, I'm kind of grateful for that for once.
But yeah, so there would have been damage. However, it would have been recovered by Lucas and Noel anyway. So
yeah.
You'd still be at full. There just would have been some storytelling to go with it.
Yeah. I think currently I'm like down a single hit point from like the battles before. but
Yeah, I know Clover's a little hurt from the bugbear. Not the bugbears, the tardigrades.
yeah.
I'm not too badly hurt. I've still got 45 hit
Yeah,
points.
no,
So.
they rolled really low on that one.
I'm just trying to think of like what spells I have that are a bonus action, and I'm not sure I got anything besides healing word.
That might be worth holding on to then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
'Cause
just
I
gonna
don't
hold
know
it.
how we're supposed to attack a crystal golem.
I mean, I'm gonna like make sure that I put my shield in front of me and like keep myself as covered as possible with the shield.
Okay. So you're
Like,
kind of doing like setting up for a reaction.
sure, because like I can do a shield of faith, I think. Oh no, that's a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Just because it's been a while since the last crystal golem, you do know that they're resistant, so they take half from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. They are
yeah.
vulnerable to radiant.
Yes, and I don't have any like attacking. I don't have anything that's a bonus action that I can attack
Oh
with.
no, I'm more reminding you for your next turn. I don't know if you
Oh,
remembered that
thank
about
you.
them.
Yeah. No, what I can do is I can do a shield of faith and give a +2 bonus AC for the duration. Who okay, Zio and Clover, what are your ACs? Just so this way I can see who may need boosting.
My AC's
Mine-
15.
We're both the same.
What? Okay.
Sorry?
We both are 15.
Oh, you're both
15.
15? Shit. Um okay. Uh
Well, if you want to
you'll
boost Zio, because Zio's going next, correct?
yeah. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, Zio, you're gonna get a shield of faith, and your AC bonus goes up by +2, so long as I can hold concentration.
Okay.
So I'm using up my last first level spell slot.
Okay.
But hey, 2 AC is
And
always a nice thing.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
It's
Alright.
in the chat.
All right. And with that, it is Zio's turn with a little more armor.
Let's do. Other than the arrowless bow, my highest attack rate is the short bow. So let's do the short bow.
I mean, are they different damages?
The arrowless bow damage is just a 3. The short bow is 1d6 plus 4 piercing.
So the arrowless bow, I gotta change that then because the damage will be based on the item thrown.
Yeah, I think that's why it's just because it doesn't have any plus or minus or anything like that. So I think it was just.
Okay, I'm gonna say at a base level, it should have the same as your short bow if you want to modify that.
Let's do that now before I forget.
Yeah, the little caveat will be like if you roll really shitty and it throws like a tissue or something soft like a pillow at somebody.
Yeah, that would.
But it could also go higher depending on what it throws.
It says in the stats damage 1d6 plus.
Oh, that's what it should be then.
Yeah, it's not showing up for some reason.
Oh, weird. But yeah, that should be the only bow you're using now.
Let me just retype it and see.
Okay.
No. What are you doing? Okay. Oh, because it's 1d6 plus strength.
Oh. That should be dex.
Yeah.
Like, I
think
don't know
that's
why it's
probably-
strength. That should definitely be dex.
Okay. Yeah, now it matches.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hold on. Let me type it to piercing. Okay. Yeah, now we got it. All right. Let's do. Actually, there's too many weird stuff. We'll do the short bow. Because the
Okay.
arrowless bow, I don't know what we're going to pull. So.
Just a reminder,
All right, well-
resistance.
Yes. A 22 definitely hits, though. So that's 22. So it's going to take 11 points of damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No, honestly, for a resisted attack, that's a damn good hit. That permanent sneak attack from Swashbuckler is insane.
I know, I love it. Yeah, I'm a pirate.
Oh,
Okay.
really off topic, but I downloaded some mods for Baldur's Gate, and I have one where my characters are actually based on the Death Knight class from World of Warcraft, and it's fucking stupid.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like someone actually programmed spell effects and everything to look just like the stuff in WoW.
Okay, I want to see that later.
Yeah, it's really cool. But
yeah, I saw like a notification earlier today for like Chaotic Stupid is streaming, and I was like, oh, why do I have to go get groceries? Because I want to see that. But never mind. Like,
I'll be on again next weekend.
yeah. Okay.
All right, and with that, it's Clover's turn.
Fuck them up.
Okay. I just looked at my notes from last time. I'm going to use my Cestus of Slumber,
Okay.
but I can't quite remember. It says can be used as melee or ranged weapon attack, slashes, or fires a claw-shaped dart containing a strong sedative poison. On a successful attack, target must succeed a DC 12 plus Dex mod Constitution save, or fall asleep for 1 hour or until woken up due to damage for an ally.
The golems are immune to poison.
Okay, but the last time in my notes
That means I fucked
for
up.
this crystal golem. Oh my god! But look at my notes. It says I put him to sleep. Crystal golem, I put him to sleep, and then I wrote next to it Cestus. So no. Okay.
Oh, but that wasn't poison. It was a sleep.
But but my description of the item says a strong sedative poison.
Oh.
So that was on me last time.
Okay, so.
So you can still do the damage, but I just
Yeah,
shared in Discord the damage immunities.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'll just cross that off of my note. Okay,
It's very,
let's see.
if I remember
Be
right,
like asterisk DM fuck up. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah, it happens. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I am not infallible.
What?
Just
no
omnipotent.
way.
Alright.
No way.
Let's just pray to the old gods that never DM because it would be an absolute mess.
That's half the fun, though.
Right? Like, I don't even know what we're doing each week. Be like, okay, y'all tell me what I'm doing.
Alright, well, I don't know if I've got much here. Let's do the crossbow here to the golem. Okay.
That certainly hits.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Alright, so I did 3 damage.
So I got 7 piercing. Yes. Okay.
But he's got resistance, so
Yeah.
not too bad though.
Okay.
Better than nothing.
It is.
I mean, wait for my turn to come around
And hope you hit.
We're fighting with like a rock.
and
dude.
hope I hit.
Alright,
All right.
hold on. Wait 1 second. Let me
Okay.
read through. Okay, we're good. You go.
Alright, so that shard that flew off of him the last turn,
Oh no.
you see him snap his fingers? I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
But what if I don't make it? I already lost one
Dexterity has
arm.
not been our strongest.
Oh, thank God. Okay. That was a good one.
Oh, it didn't come up on my end yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
it didn't come up on.
too.
Okay,
mine.
I have
Okay, here we go.
I have Zeos and Clovers.
Oh,
Oh, Nilo.
oh no.
So 2 of you made it.
Nightlight.
Alright, so the die are about to roll. Nilo takes full damage, the other 2 take half.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
18. So
Gotcha.
18 for Nilo and 9 for the others.
You said I got put back to full health after getting my
Yes.
prosthetic. So that puts me down to 50 HP.
Oh, so you're fine.
I'm okay, but like that was scary.
I
Because
mean,
I don't want to transform.
it's.
Why do I have temporary hit points on my?
I don't know.
I think that's left
Because
over
of
from
my
last.
Twilight domain.
Oh.
Oh. So do I leave that? Or was that left over?
I
From an
thought
old
that
fight?
was just while you were using it or something.
Yeah, I think that was
Hang on a
left over.
second. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna send Twilight Sanctuary. Lasts for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated or died. So
was the
So
last
it's
probably
gone.
gone. Oh, it's fine? Okay.
Oh no, I said
Okay.
it's gone.
Okay.
It's been more than a minute since the last time you did that.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm still
Alright.
at 50.
So that was his whole turn. And now Noelle is gonna try to get the other two out of their paralysis.
Yay,
Come
so we can
on.
have Killian do
Come on.
some
And
shit.
Killian and Carrie both get up.
Yay!
Okay. I'm gonna shout to them. Seriously, it needs to be some sort of like magic or fire or something kind of damage.
One has a crossbow,
Radiant.
one has a sword.
Yeah, they're both like.
It's gonna be resistant, just so you know.
Well,
Next time we play, I want to be a
the
barbarian.
bigger they are, the harder they fall. Killian takes a shot and fucking whiffs it.
But 12, Jesus Christ.
And then
Killian.
Carrie comes up and takes a swing with the sword.
Granted, they just woke up.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Okay.
Wait.
Hold
Okay,
the phone.
are we doing
Carrie.
crueler critical?
I'm sorry?
Are we doing crueler critical?
So, my criticals are you get max damage plus another damage roll.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the name of that rule that I'm aware that is crueler critical, which gives you that max damage plus another roll.
Ruler?
Yeah, it's you know,
Crueler?
instead of like a regular critical, it's a crueler.
So, she's
Like
at
meaner.
29 damage, but then half.
Fuck yeah. Oh.
Which, by my math, is 19? Yeah, 19 sounds good. And you actually hear, he's like, oh, what the fuck?
I warned y'all.
Who the fuck is back there? He forgot about them because he's after you to bring you back to the astral plane.
Why? Why do you want to bring us back to the astral plane?
I mean, in real life,
you've
you know,
cheated death.
2024, I would totally go to Afterblade. I'm just saying.
You
How
don't...
did we cheat death?
Okay, you're not gonna do this. So many people beg. No. You're coming with me. However, it's now Nilo's turn.
No,
What's up?
You know what?
I was going to demand an explanation.
I mean, can I... Okay, so, quick question. Before I throw out the spell that I'm about to throw out, can we get an answer to that question that Clover just asked?
Yes, hold on. This is coming up in a later chapter, so I gotta pull up the answer.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine. I'll give it to you now.
Okay.
Which is like, I demand a response.
I just want to make sure I give you the correct information. Sorry, bear with me.
You're good.
We need, like, hold music.
Elevator music.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I don't have any lo-fi stuff to play for you. Otherwise, I'd be happy to.
I do that at library programs when like I want people to chill. I'll like put on lo-fi on the on the PA, like just we're gonna chill tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
Ah, found it. Right as you got some music going. Don't do anything that's gonna get us copyright stricken.
Jeopardy
Right.
fame is not.
So,
You're good.
while I don't have all the answers, don't know exactly how you did it, you, and then he points to Clover, have died 32 times. You, Zio, have died 19 times.
Damn.
And you, Nilo, 68 times.
68?
Yes. And that is why you have to come back with me to the astral plane. Cheating death is frowned upon.
Oh,
But
were you supposed to know that we were cheating death?
You
I thought
can
mine would
play
be a lot higher.
You
I'm not
can't
gonna
play
lie.
coy with me. You can play coy all you want, but you can't cheat death.
Well, we
We
obviously
really don't
did.
know.
I
No,
don't believe you.
Persuasion. I would like to roll persuasion.
Go for it.
Come on. Fuck.
Well, you see here, and he pulls out that book that they summoned from pure light that he was looking through before, and he shows it to you. And at first, it's in a language that you don't understand, and the letters start to take shape so you can read them. They turn into common, not the
Okay.
musician, the language, and and you actually just see your names with those numbers of deaths next to them.
I thought mine would be a lot higher. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm about to give you one more if that helps.
Oh, I'm totally
No.
cool with that, as long as I cheat it.
And he slams the book shut. He's like, "These orders were handed to me by the Raven Queen herself,
I don't know who that is.
the goddess of death,
Yeah, we don't.
I don't
the
recognize her.
goddess of the underworld."
Yeah.
You'll meet her soon enough.
Well,
She's
then
great.
is it necessary that we have to like kill the whole world with this whole entire pink crystal stuff?
Oh,
like, you know.
that's actually not me. I'm just using this bloke as a vehicle to attack you. That has nothing
All right,
to do
well,
with me.
you know,
What?
if we're going to talk about our deaths and what we owe, we're going to have to stop this whole entire like Earth or Faerun annihilation thing that's about to happen.
Well, as they say in the movies, you got to get through me first. I've got a job
You're
to
going to
do.
be busy collecting wage.
Hey, I get paid commission, so I'm good.
How much? How much?
It's not in money so much as it's in power.
Oh.
The more souls I take, the more powerful I become.
So can we trade you other people's souls for ours?
No, Zio. Zio, no.
If that was the case, you'd be forgiven after Fondlin, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
What?
Awesome. What?
You didn't save Fandolin. A lot of souls came my way that day.
And we
We
don't
were
get any leeway
trying.
for that? 'Cause
Sorry,
that was pretty
no
awesome.
no finder's fees.
Damn it. Do you do any like contract work?
Listen,
God.
once you're back in the astral plane, you could talk with the Raven Queen yourself. If she sees you fit to carry on the type of work that I do, then that's fine and dandy. My job right now
But we
is to
already.
get you there.
I'm
That sounds
going to say
kinda
we already
cool.
have a job.
I'm
We're
just
supposed
saying.
to take this like lost for stone, like dangerous. It could kill everybody. I don't know.
That's fine. That doesn't affect me. Actually, it does. It gives me more money. Or power, sorry.
This sounds kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Okay, so.
So, just lay there and let me kill you and we can move on.
No.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. This isn't this. No.
Is it my turn?
It's Nyla's turn.
Okay.
Okay, so we got those answers.
Sorry.
Because he's inhabiting a fucking crystal golem who is not resistant to at least fire or radiant damage, because both of those work on the other golem. And I'm pissed. So I'm gonna throw out my, was it once a long rest freebie of
Yeah.
a fireball.
Dope.
Nice.
I was like, shit, I didn't give you Sunbeam, did I? But no, I didn't.
Nope, you gave me fireball.
Well,
and
Sunbeam
I'm
would have been a
pissed.
critical or a double because it's weak, but
Yeah. So I'm trying to hop over to ornate perch.
I gotta make a deck save.
A 1 per day single target fireball. And
Oh god, he made a 6.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Do your
that's
damage.
way below. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him up. Yeah!
Whew. All right, hold on. You actually hit him with this, and you see him stagger back a little, and you notice a good-sized chunk of crystal just falls off of him onto the ground. And he's like, what the... You guys... I have underestimated you guys, haven't I?
Our little angel buddy is a kick-ass motherfucker.
I'll remember that when it's my turn.
I'm trying to help save people. I'm trying to help save the world.
People
Just-
are currency to me, little one. I deal in people. I deal in souls.
You know what? I don't care
What?
about your job. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to help the world.
I'm gonna use the forked tongue.
What's that do?
Once a day, this item can be used to tell any lie to a target, no matter how ridiculous. The target must make a wisdom saving throw of DC 12. On a failed throw, they'll believe the lie for 1 hour. If the target makes a successful save, the owner of the tongue must also make a wisdom saving throw. So hopefully he doesn't. Because,
What was your lie?
shit. I was going to lie to him that the Raven Queen had changed her mind and given us a grace period so that we wouldn't have to go back to the astral plane
Well,
for our...
good news. That's not going to be detrimental to you if you fail your 14.
Yeah. So let's... Hold on, click on me.
Not like when you thought you actually worked for those people or anything.
Yeah, that was great. That was really entertaining. Okay, where's my wisdom? I have really low wisdom.
This guy's got a +4 to wisdom.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I believe we're in the good, guys. Like, for the rest of this fight, I'm gonna be thinking, nah, it's fine.
You're like, guys, I've got it on good authority that we're safe.
Yeah. The Raven Queen doesn't want us.
Bless your heart.
You go put your arm around the goal and you're like, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
No.
We're good. We're besties.
Okay.
Oh, that could not have gone any better.
Shit. If it had been in reverse, that would have been great.
He would have just blinked out of existence. He'd be like, all right.
Yeah. Like, we're done. So that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping.
I guess because you used an item that counts as an action, but that was a
Yeah.
great turn.
Damn it. I was hoping for it to go the other way around, but okay.
And with that, it's Clover's turn, but that was a hell of a turn.
Okay, let's see. Clover's gonna put on the coat of the duelist. While I wear the armor, add double your dexterity to your AC, rather than once, provided you are either wielding only one weapon in one hand or none at all. Furthermore, you may additionally move up to your speed during an opportunity attack if you hit with the attack. So that would double my dexterity.
Hey, you just got a lot harder to hit.
Use... I just what? I'm sorry?
You just got a lot harder to hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me write that down before I forget. Okay. And he's still got his book out, right?
He had slammed it shut. Why? I could retcon that it's open in case there was something you wanted to do.
I want to destroy the book.
Oh,
Holy shit.
the book is just a pure source of energy. Like, he's able to summon it and remove it at his will.
Okay.
It's a material of the astral plane. I do like where you were going with that, though.
That is really cool.
But
really cool.
At least I stopped you from wasting an action. I could have been like, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
And then, haha, it doesn't work.
See what happens. Sure. Okay.
That's like Matt Mercer. You could try.
Oh, I still have jars of wild magic.
Oh my god, jars of wild magic.
Do you want one, Clover?
Sure.
Hold on, I gotta pull up that wild magic table again.
I still have 3.
I remember
you
I
still have
gave
3?
you mine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used one. That's why I still have my original 3, because the last time I used one, it was one of yours. I think we made that one guy like pop out of existence for a minute.
Yeah, you blinked him out, and then he came back eventually, very confused.
Right?
Yeah, you guys fucked up that race in the most glorious of ways.
I got to use my jar of bees.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
I'm really tempted to use the jar of bees in this instance, but he's crystal, so...
I feel like it would be funny, but wasted.
Yeah.
But, so are you gonna chuck a magical potion at him now to hope for the best?
Sure.
Alright, give me a D100.
Sure. I will. A D100.
Are you gonna drink it or
Okay.
throw it at him?
I'm gonna throw it.
Okay.
Let's see.
I just asked because that affects it. 75, let's see. That's on the next page.
Alright, sorry.
75. Oh my god.
What?
You
What?
just
hope that's
cast
good.
Stone Skin on him.
No!
It's fine.
You cast Stone Skin on him.
Shit.
I'm pulling it up to get the exact meaning of that.
He's already made out of fucking crystal.
Oh, it does nothing because it gives him resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Oh, and he already has that. Okay.
Yeah, so you know what? You're fine.
Oh, thank God. It would have been good if you drank it, though.
Cancel the.
You know what?
No, right?
I could be like, well, double resistance is immunity, but I'm not going to do that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Thank you for not doing that.
Thank you.
That would be pretty fucked. However, it's now his turn. And you see him,
Sorry.
You're
he-
like, we're fine.
he taps himself again to make another one of those shards fall off, and he's like, oh, wait, gotta recharge a bit. So he's gonna make 2 attacks, because he has multi-attack. Let's see, there's a total of 6 targets in here. I'm gonna number the targets and roll 2d6s, and that's who he's gonna swing at. So we've got... I'm gonna go in order on initiative. So Nilo's 1, Zio's 2, Clover's 3, Killian's 4, Carrie's 5, Noella's 6. A 2 and a 5. So he's attacking Carrie and Zio. And he'll go after Zio first. What is it?
Don't forget the
2 AC.
shield of faith.
Yeah, my AC is 17 now for this fight.
Okay. I'm just using Killian's sheet because I didn't create someone for him, so I'm using something with similar stats to hit. So, does a 10 hit you? Probably not.
Nope.
Alright, now he's gonna go after Carrie. He does hit Carrie.
Uh-oh.
So you watch him, he swings one claw at Zio and just completely misses and continues spinning and brings it around and hits Carrie. And as these jagged crystalline claws go across her chest, you don't see her null suit rip necessarily, but you watch the fabric pull down as if it's about to as she flies backwards. And even though the suit's intact, because it had that spray on it, you do notice some blood seeping through it.
Oh, shit.
So she's not doing
Not good.
great, but she's still alive.
Yeah, my life is better than mine.
That's good.
I've got too many things I need to do.
I understand that. Noelle is kind of panicking, and she's like, and she's like terrified of Crystal. She's not an aggressive, fighter or anything.
Noelle, can you heal?
I can. I just don't have any curing spells pulled up on my computer just yet. Hold on.
Dinner snoring, and it's so cute.
Oh.
So you see Noelle let out like this mist from her chest that hits all of you. She casts mass healing word.
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
And heals everybody for 14.
Oh, damn.
You did amazing, Noelle.
Well, thank you. But I'm still terrified. I'm shitting lug nuts right now.
No. It's okay. Just don't get hit. Try not to get hit.
That's my plan.
And if you see someone get hurt, just go ahead and heal them.
I get it. You see something, say something. I gotta get the fuck out of here. What happened?
Noelle sounds like my Uncle Paul.
That's fantastic. Does he shit lug nuts too?
Yeah.
He should get that checked out.
Shit, look at this. Okay, sorry.
You're good. So now Killian, feeling a little more secure, is gonna take another shot at him.
Alright.
And misses.
Damn.
Guys, I'm so sorry. It's this doesn't happen all the time. I apologize. And then,
Like,
We're all off our game.
and then Carrie puts her hand on Killian's shoulder. She's like, "Don't worry, I got you." And misses completely. Well, us we're not doing too good. We lost Boyland because he was fucking stupid, and yeah, here we are. And with that, Nilo, you're up.
Okay, so the damage I did earlier, the 32 fire damage, like, that wasn't, like, that was just straight damage.
That was straight damage. He's only vulnerable to radiant. It's more information than I should be giving you. But
oh, sorry. Well, I was planning on casting guiding bolts.
I think that's how you killed him in one turn on the first round, on the first battle.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Do I have? Seeing what I got that can do radiant damage, and how much damage it can do. Because I think there's a chance I could roll higher. Okay, that's just regular daylight. That's not.
Well, daylight's only good if you're fighting vampires.
Yeah. I do, however, have Moonbeam, but...
Moonbeam is chaotic. However, Moonbeam's guaranteed to hit. Oh no, he gets a chance to save, I think.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just doing a guiding bolt.
Okay.
And you know what?
What?
I'm gonna do it at a 3rd level.
Alright, let's see if you hit him. Well, I'd say a 28 hits, if I had to guess.
I mean, educated guess.
Yeah, let's see this double damage.
Triple damage.
Triple damage. Why
Level 3?
Oh, no, I meant double, whatever number you get, I'm just gonna double.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just like, what do you mean double damage?
So, 40.
Wheat.
So you get up on your perch, and you're about to throw a guiding bolt out of your hand, but instead the perch swings outward, and you watch the guiding bolt fly out of the tip of it, and it
Holy
hits
shit.
this crystal golem and just turns most of him to dust. However, falling to the ground, you see a perfectly shaped crystal sword.
Oh.
Interesting.
The handle's wrapped. It's not like it's going to hurt you or anything, or it doesn't look like it will, at least. And yeah, you get little Final Fantasy victory fanfare.
Oh my God.
Because you just defeated the golem.
Oh God. I was about to shit a brick.
As the final bits of him vanish, because they don't like just disappear, they go into a rift like he came from, you hear Carrie gasp, and she points at Killian. And on the back of Killian's helmet, there's a crack from when she fell to the ground from the paralysis.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
And Carrie's like, oh no, Killian, you can't go on like that. You get some crystal in there. That's super dangerous. And Killian, feeling the back of her helmet, is just, oh my God,
Hang on a second.
What?
Can I try something?
What's that?
Okay, so you remember the arcane spanner?
Yes,
It has bending.
it does. For the sake of
And
storytelling,
I
it will not work.
Okay.
I don't want to give you guys a party of 6 for the rest of the thing, because the battles are not balanced for a party of 6.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I do understand, like, that should work. I'll say because of the magical coating on the null suits, it, like, kind of voids the power.
No, that makes sense. Like, I was just like, you know what? It's worth a shot.
I understand that. So, Killian is, where is he? Oh, this is the most frustrating thing that's ever happened. All I've wanted in life up to this point is to find Lucas and fucking kill him. And I don't think it's safe for me to go much further than this with this crack in my helmet. So, I'm sorry?
You need to hole up in one of the airlock rooms.
Well, so Noelle projects a little, like, map into thin air, just have a little projector on her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, if it's okay, I kind of like to see this through, y'all. So I could tell you how to get him out. You know, you carry Killian, you two. Get out there, find a path that's not crystallized, and extract your cells. And I'll take these 3 down. And you know what? Lucas made me, but I kind of want to fuck him up myself.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, he paralyzed y'all. He ran away.
Right. He did run away.
Yeah. No, he really did. Like a chicken shit.
So
And that should mean something coming from an owl.
that's fair. So Carrie and Killian head through the path that was marked on Noelle's map. Oh, let's resolve this real quick. The sword that's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody doing anything with it?
Is it pink tourmaline?
The blade is pink tourmaline, but you notice it's laying on the ground and it's not spreading to anything. Whatever, and there is a wrap on the handle, so it can be safely picked up.
Take it. We want it.
Yeah, somebody take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Silver picks it up and yeah.
Excellent. So, you just picked up the Shattered Sword.
Ooh.
Once a day, the user could shatter the blade on the ground or a solid object into 1d12 shards that stay suspended around the core of the sword and reform after an hour. When whole, the blade does 1d6 plus 2 slashing. However, when shattered, it does 1d4 per shard.
Damn.
That's awesome.
And that's in Discord now.
Yay!
Holy shit.
So congratulations on your new fucking main hand weapon that could potentially do 12d4 damage per slice.
Up to 48 damage.
Yeah. Which is a hell of a sword attack.
Holy shit.
Alright, so you got that. And So you're looking at the room, and you see the elevator Lucas went down in the middle, and there's a heavy metal grate blocking anything else from going down. And it doesn't seem to be any discernible clasp. There's no way to, like, open it up or pull a handle. It's just a heavy metal grate. And you hear a sound coming from above you. And you see an elevator coming down from a port above you, and it smashes into the ground right in front of you onto the grate. And then another smash, and another smash, and another smash. And it keeps doing it until this grate is just gone. And what you see is a bright yellow elevator car with a bright red nose and two big white eyes on, like, either sides of the doors. Anybody remember anything from the Museum of Elevators?
Cockroaches?
God, I should.
Yeah, I was just about to mention the
Well,
cockroaches.
all you hear is, "Hey, kids! Did somebody need to go down? It's me,
Yes.
Mr. Upsy, your lifting friend."
Yes, Upsy. Thank you so much. We need to go down.
"We'll climb on inside my tum-tum, you goose." And the doors open up. His mouth opens up.
Oh, unhappy muttering. Unhappy muttering, but keeping it to oneself.
So you're climbing in?
Yeah.
That tickles.
Oh, I'm so mad about the goose comment.
So, inside his interior, you notice that in lieu of a normal elevator panel, it's just a series of, like, fleshy nodes next to the door. And he says, "Well, normally I only go up as per my name, but looks like today we're going down." And he descends. And the door's open. Are you gonna get out of them?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
As you walk out, he makes a barfing sound. So, "That's just another joke I do. Don't worry about that. Bye. I love you." And he just shoots back up the chute. So, you're in another sort of lobby area. And this one's a lot smaller than the one you were just in that lobby that you were in. And it has kind of like a conical shape, so it's bigger on top than it is down below. And there's not, there's really not much you can see. It's dark. But as far as you can tell, there's two doors, and the room you're in currently is not crystallized.
I can go for that.
Okay.
So there is a large, heavy-looking, almost like a vault door that's sealed up, and it's one of those hand scanners that's lit up bright red. And there's an even bigger, like, industrial door that you'd find on a warehouse, like the one where a truck would back up and people could unload stuff through it.
Mm-hmm.
And that one has a hand scanner that's green. And Noelle says, "Alright, y'all, if Lucas is anywhere, he's going to be in that main experiment chamber, which is that vault door, but that's red. That means only he can get through it. So we only got one choice, and that's the robotics manufacturing chamber."
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds intimidating.
Anything you can tell us about the robotics center chamber thing?
Well, that's just, all the rooms on this floor are sort of networked by a robot delivery system, and the robots are put together in that center, so there's a conveyor belt system that runs through everything. And theoretically, one of them should lead us to where Lucas is. And, for me, it was kind of like a nursery, you know? And she puts one of her appendages on the green hand scanner, and the large door slides open, and smoke and fog pours out of this cavernous robotics shop. It's a humongous room with a number of really gigantic pieces of fabrication machinery all around, and it's feeding into this assembly line that connects all these different pieces of machinery into a central conveyor belt that's running into a tunnel at the end of the room. And there's tons of scrap robots lying over the place. What you notice about some of the robots, some of the more sophisticated looking ones, is they have these little windows in their torsos. And inside those little windows, you can see what looks like a big glass fuse, similar to what you now notice Noelle has in the middle of her chassis, behind another window. And Noelle's looking at these robots with these fuses in their chests, and she's kind of looking them over and says, "Actually, I haven't been here in a while. I don't know what most of these are, but we should get a move on. Let's go. That tunnel for the robot delivery system should bring us right into his chamber."
Okay.
Right.
So what you can put together is that these robots have these fuses in them, and they also have a vaguely humanoid appearance. Whereas Noelle, she's kind of like a roughshod, put together robot of different parts. So what you could posit from that is that she's an older model, one of Lucas's older robotic experiments before he got better at it. And so where did I go? Oh, yeah. So Noelle's basically like a prototype for whatever these are, is what you're able to tell from just looking at them, which she hasn't seen from not being down here in a while, versus where she is back from when she was made. And as you move into the tunnel, it's really dark. Like, dark as fuck. And as you go through, Noelle actually powers on a little flashlight in her body to help you look around. And she's walking you through this tunnel, and it's really quiet. And you hear it sort of sounds like a low-pitched wind coming from in front of you as you move down the tunnel. And she says, "All right, y'all, I should be able to get us there. There's a few twists and turns we need to make, but it shouldn't be too complicated." And as soon as... Where did it go? There we go. Sorry. Lost all my places. Yes, as soon as I can see a light in front of you. And what looks like a floating ball of light in front of you appears from around the corner. And a second, and a third. And you see 3 floating balls of light. And as they fly at you fast, they don't collide with you. They just pass over and around you. And as they do, you hear it, weirdly enough, sounds like men moaning sadly. And they go through the tunnel back into the robot factory. From behind you, where the lights went out, you see 3 shapes appear in the tunnel behind you. There are 3 humanoid robots. One is a massively built, kind of gorilla-like robot. Another is more slender, with what looks like a cannon on an arm. And the last one is very short, with what appears to be like a bunch of wires sticking out of it. And when they all run up to you close enough to get within spitting distance, all 3 laugh. One of them, you hear the voice of Marvy, the leader from the Hammerheads that died in the race against you. "Oh my god, I can't believe it's you guys. I can't believe I get a second stab at this." And that was the big gorilla-looking one. The one from the cannon with the cannon arm. Oh yes, this is gonna be a lovely little rematch, isn't it? And it's Magic Brian.
No.
And the one with the short wires sticking out of it says, "That's right, motherfuckers. It's time for round 2." And it's Jenkins from the Rockport Limited. It's robot fight time.
Oh boy.
Next time we
the worst
play.
haunted house ever.
However, that's where we end tonight.
Oh my god.
So we start next time with initiative. I will say, the notes I made for tonight made it right to the end. This is where my typing stopped.
I know.
I am shocked as shit that this is where my typing stopped.
We've cheated death so many times.
That's the most
how
you know
does my
right
character end up with only 19 and then Nyla gets like 60 something?
68. I remember because it was the exact hit point maximum I have.
Oh, that's convenient. I do promise you, that will all make sense eventually. Um,
Okay.
just so you know, so our next session, whenever that may be, will probably finish this arc, the Crystal Kingdom.
Okay.
After this, there's 2 more main arcs, and then pretty much the finale.
Holy shit.
Oh
Oh, wow.
Yes, so the
Are
next
we
arc,
just blazing through this?
we're blazing through quite a lot of it,
This view.
but the next arc is going to be something I have to work on, because it's a lot of puzzle solving.
Oh,
good at puzzles.
I'm not good at puzzles.
Don't worry,
I'll
I'm
just,
good at 'em.
I'm going to tell you the names of the upcoming arcs, just to maybe get some gears turning. It doesn't tell you much, like I'm not spoiling anything. So the next arc is called The 11th Hour.
Huh?
The
Ooh, time turners.
the arc
Sorry.
after that is called The Suffering Game.
Oh no, I've seen that movie.
Oh,
And the finale is broken into 2. So there's the Stolen Century, and then the actual finale, which is story and song.
Swan song, so we're all gonna die.
Well, you're all gonna die eventually. So remember, I
Okay.
asked you how all of your characters die, and I need that information, whatever detail you want to give, because after you quote unquote beat the campaign, I do kind of fast forward to the
die.
future and give your characters proper send-offs.
Oh yeah, because I get eaten by a dragon or something.
This is a campaign where technically all your characters do die at the end, but
okay.
having made it to the end, you're gonna get the honor of choosing how.
Okay, cool.
Okay, our next campaign, I want to be a barbarian because I want to throw shit at people.
That's fine. So the next campaign we do is going to be my entire homebrew brainchild, which is insane. Speaking of next session, though, we got to look at some calendars,
Oh yeah.
because I know this was the end of July for us.
Okay.
Looking
Or
at
just out.
looking at August, there's 5 Saturdays. I'm good. Tentatively, any of them. Possibly not the 24th.
I mean, I am unaware of any plans I might have in August, so I think I'm just purely available all of August.
Okay.
Unless like another hurricane comes through and
fucking
Justin
hope
and
not.
I need to go out to Houston.
Fucking knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Jesus Christ, I don't want another one. Thank you. I'm technically free every single Saturday in August, but if there's any pre-cancellations, it will be my fault because the school year starts for us on the 13th of August.
Right.
But that 2 weeks before it, I have all my new staff coming in. I got to train them. I've got like so many conferences going on. And then also after the 13th is like the craziest 3 weeks of the entire school year for
Well,
me.
yeah, it's the beginning of the school year, so it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, it's absolutely insane. And not to mention, like, the whole Mercury retrograde shit is during that first 2 weeks of school. So I will probably be in the fetal position.
So if anything,
A
you
lot.
need some D&D during that.
Yeah, so I'm more than open for any weekend on that day. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. I might like hit y'all up on a Thursday and be like, I can't,
Okay.
I'm gonna try. But I think it'll be okay. But,
Okay,
yeah.
I can definitely work with that.
The only weekend I can, it's Saturday, is going to be the 17th. That's when my kiddo comes back from Australia, and I'll be at the airport in the evening picking him up.
Also,
so.
awesome that he's in Australia. That's pretty dope.
That
I
is
know he's
so
going. He
cool.
turns 18. He turns 18 on the 2nd and goes to Australia on the 3rd.
And is drinking
Where's
age
he
18 in
going?
Australia?
What?
Is drinking age 18 in Australia?
Yep,
He's gonna have a good birthday.
he is. He
Where
is.
in Australia?
Brisbane.
Yeah, it's too far. I have some
His
friends that live
girlfriend's there.
in Australia.
Say what?
I have some friends that live in Australia, so if he lived near Queensland or Melbourne, I was going to be like, hey, I'll swing them over your way.
Here's some
they're my-
strangers.
Talia is like 17, Well, because they know all the fun stuff, like
Oh,
the
that's
good
fair.
beaches and yeah.
But what's he in
But
Australia for?
Well, he's gonna go see his girlfriend.
She lives in Australia?
Yes.
Oh, that is some long distance.
Yes. Yes.
Did they meet online, or she like previously live here and then move out there?
Nope, they met online.
All
But
right.
yeah, I've spoken to them
Okay.
and the parents and
Okay,
so
you've done your due diligence.
yes.
Okay.
But yep, no,
oh
he's
my
gonna go see her.
God.
All right. Well,
That's
then,
so
with
cute.
all that
Excited.
information, August 3rd?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I might be crying because that's the day he leaves for Australia, but I'll be there.
That might be all the better reason to be playing D&D.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a good distraction. Like,
I mean, you guys get
Maybe
to
just-
fight the robot souls of like 3 of your old bosses at once.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
God. I'm.
It's
That's
just,
gonna be.
yeah, it's just 3 bosses you've previously fought all together at the same time that are slightly stronger than they were.
yeah, and like 2 of those we barely made it out. One of them's easy.
Yeah, but you guys have some better tools at your disposal now too.
That's true. That's true.
By the way, me being generous because I realized I didn't give you the opportunity, I just moved everything along with Noelle. If you want to retcon that after the golem you use that train car, you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hint, hint. Spell slots.
Got it.
I forgot.
So
Yeah,
you can just retcon that you're all like at full before the next session.
Got it.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that so that we're ready to go.
I
for the
will
next...
say, this is probably mostly a Nyla decision because you two are just HP. Nyla was actually spell slots.
Yeah.
Assess this because, without giving any spoilers, after this there is still one final boss challenge in this campaign, in this arc.
Yeah.
So if you feel
No.
like you're comfortable on your current spell slot scenario, maybe let it ride and use the cart after. You could think
So-
of that between now and the 3rd.
I'm
Okay,
good at
so-
HP, so
I'm just gonna let y'all know I am completely out of first level. I have all of my second level, which is 3.
Okay.
I
And we
only
can
have
use the main train car one.
Once per long rest. Or once per day, whatever.
the what?
Yeah.
The train car.
Oh yeah.
We can only use it once
And
per day.
I've got 1 3rd level spell slot and 1 4th level spell slot. So that's I only got 5 big punches that left.
Okay. I say we use the train car.
Okay.
I don't know. But we'll talk
Okay.
about it. We'll talk. We'll talk.
We'll
We'll
talk.
discuss. We'll discuss.
We'll talk. You know what? Let's agree to kind of like maybe meet up a little early before this next game, and like at least kind of maybe strategize and see, do
Yeah.
we really want to, or
That-
do we not?
That's not a terrible idea.
All right.
I like it.
And on that note, see y'all on the 3rd.
All right.
all right.
Bye.
On the 3rd.